for the Claude or anyone to even deal with it.
Let me misuse my power at the moment.
Misuse?
Yes, because right now, while the players are on stage, I want the players to hear the crowd cheer. If you're with ONIC, chant ONIC. If you're with AP.BREN, chant AP.BREN. And Mirko, I know you're with ONIC, so let me hear all the Sonics. ONIC! Oh, we're in the game!
We're in!
Let me hear AP.BREN! And with that, let's jump into the game.
We're in, all right. ONIC versus AP.BREN in the early stage. Already 1 minute has elapsed. And what does it look like so far? Maybe we can take it slow with the emblems first here, Wolf.
Yeah, we haven't seen them actually right now. Yep, we're gonna be looking at towards that later on. I'm actually surprised that Brave Smite is Kyle Tzi's choice, because I think in the Philippines we're kind of a region that likes the quantum charge actually on that particular hero. And Tzi going in for Impure Rage. Now, one thing that we do know about the Brody is it's a great laner. Like 1v1 almost wins almost all of the matchups.
And right now looking at Kairi already setting up for the turtle. Keyboy absorbing quite a lot of damage coming in from Few as well as Ogwen. Not going to be having priority going into the turtle fight.
Kairi's holding it, resets it. Sans and Boots rotating over. Both teams looking to go and contest for the first turtle of the game. Tzi already regaining that prio in the bottom side of the map. But both teams are still hovering over.
Yep, right now again, AP.BREN, they do have the Astral Echo to find the opposing side, but Boost goes in!
3-man penalty zone off the Sans' damage coming down, and that's going to be Keyboy who shoves them back. Kairi winning the red tree battle with the implosion coming down as well. Now it's going to be View. Very low first blood picked up by Sans, but a good appraiser's wrath turns it around. Now Boots all alone. It's a 2-for-1 trade. Make it 2-for-2 for the turtle, but if Boots gets taken down here, ONIC will lose out in the first fight of the game. Tzi.
Congratulations, ONIC got the turtle, but they have to pay with 3 members. It's not even worth it, Wolf.
Not at all. At the first turtle fight, you don't want to get that turtle in exchange for 3 heroes. That's the AP.BREN. But a wonderful placement coming out from Tzi, just keeping his stabs onto Kairi. Kairi was way slow because of the control coming out from Flap. He still was able to get the turtle, which is amazing, but the succeeding fight, because they were pulled down so much, they didn't have any staying power anymore.
This is why I was wondering, is it good for ONIC to fight around the turtle? Because the poke coming in from AP.BREN as well as the heavy damage that they can put out. Tzi wants Keyboy.
The CC, right? It's phenomenal. Kairi jumping in, Sans is there as well with the help of CW. That's a 3-man circling eagle knockup. CW forced to use the defensive battle mirror image back to his own turret. Torn apart memory also used up there. A good shot off the CW under his tier 1. Ogwen's looking for a dive angle. Jumps in with the guiding wind. Super Marco looking for a stun. Battle mirror image out. Super Marco gets 1 hit on the turret gold and backs away.
Great for CW for sure, as he's able to stand his ground. But overall, this is really good for AP.BREN, because now they are overtaking the jungle. Tzi and Ogwen, and the coverage that they have because of the guiding wind and the sustain that they have with Few from long distance. Woo!
Even an appraiser's wrath just to keep Keyboy at bay. They know how big the playmaking is.
Boom. Dude, the impact is so huge. The entire map lights up. And speaking of the entire map, it looks like what AP.BREN is trying to do is try to cover 51% of the map. They're making sure ONIC stays honest. ONIC stays in their path.
I love the crowd, man. I really do. They're cheering for the screen going back to normal. ONIC. Some good damage on Ogwen. Astral Echo connecting onto all 4. Tzi holding onto the turtle. That's a good Astral Spear onto the back. Boots going to be zoned away for now. Tzi jumping in, getting a taunt, knocking Boots up. Tzi doing the same thing. Now with the Infernum and the circling eagle. Boots with a flicker backwards. That might just be a kill. DPZ to fall back. Gets a snipe from downtown. That is Keyboy who's forced back, and now the entire ONIC have to pull back.
Massive pokes coming out from AP.BREN, and the positioning. Ogwen was so instrumental in that, as well as Tzi. This surprise pick with this Matilda and this Tams to make it difficult for ONIC to get some territories, get some ground, and Few being on point with the spear.
The way that I see it, AP.BREN wants to tell the Sky Kings, stay down, stay grounded. We're not gonna allow you to fly. But looking at the pacing here, I gotta ask you, Wolf, is this enough? Because ONIC, it looks like they're fine moving in this pace.
Oh, definitely. This is what they need to be doing. And the thing is, they're not really like stumbling or they're not giving anything for ONIC Esports again to kind of move on. And I think this is the way that they're handling the left side of the map with the Brody, the top lane, gives them so much ground to work with and so much control at the early stages of the game.
And with a 3,000 gold lead, they're really dictating the pace. They're already rotating up top. They know where the battle mirror image is going to be placed down. GW, no turret there, but he backs up to the battle mirror image. And now ONIC are looking for a counter-attack, but it is going to be fumbled instantly. AP.BREN spot them, and they know exactly what they were planning.
Right now, I gotta ask Wolf, what is ONIC able to lose out? In terms of trading, they're losing turrets. How many turrets can they afford to lose?
Well, they do have good late game. I think they're going to be happy just keeping all of their outer turrets before the first Lord. Again, that's already a good sign for ONIC. Because right now, I mean, if the first Lord goes in favor of AP.BREN and they don't have their turrets anymore, that's going to be a very bad problem. But I think, just to answer your question, that's the most that they can have.
All right, looking like ONIC, they got to keep that in mind. ONIC got to keep that in mind, man. If they want to make sure that they are still breathing into the game, they got to make sure when the Lord happens, the outer turrets are safe. Looking at the mid, very healthy. Looking at the EXP lane, looks like it's generally quite okay as well.
Yeah. And now looking at the turtle, it's in favor of AP.BREN with 3 members of ONIC getting spotted out. Boots walking up now. Flapteasy dealing some damage on a Keyboy, poking him down with an Astral Spear, connecting onto the back line as well. Circling Eagle, knocking Kairi up, zoning them away from the turtle. And Boots is forced to run away. Flapteasy just wreaking havoc as Kalteezy picks up the turtle. Once again, 3 turtles to AP.BREN. No contest from ONIC.
We gotta talk about Flapteasy here. He's really pushing everyone from ONIC away. How's he doing this?
No, this is the strength of the Thams with the Impure Rage and the threat of the Vengeance. Then there's always that Ogwen factor where no matter what happens, he's gonna be safe. That's why the 2 of them just go together and there's nothing that ONIC can do. The early game tempo from the side of AP.BREN was dictated by this Thams as well as this Matilda.
Well, good news for ONIC fans because EW is still deathless. Sans is able to protect himself with the ult coming in from Matilda. So far, a pretty slow-paced game. It looks like ONIC, again, this is the kind of pacing that they are forced to go into. But Kairi, now, again, the question to Wolf, can Kairi farm up enough that he can cause trouble for AP.BREN?
Oh, it's not just about himself. I mean, the answer is yes, but
Kairi still secures it.
Kairi still secures it. The answer is yes, but he really needs to find his teammates. I think, you know, when you look at the Dairoth, you would think that this is a singular hero or an individual kind of hero, but it's not. It's a combo-based hero. You need someone else with physical damage to combo with you so that you're able to just make full advantage of the passive as well as the kit that Dairoth has. So I guess for Kairi, yeah, surely you can farm up, but you need to utilize your teammates as well.
Exactly, right? It's not a solo hero here, especially I feel like the way that Kairi's building towards, it's more of that utility build. Anti-Cuira's first item, only a Fury Hammer to help him deal some damage and a little bit of penetration. So this pick is really reliant on everyone else dealing damage. He's a utility jungler.
Help me understand this, Wolf. Why is Keyboy positioning the way that he is positioning now?
Oh, it makes me wonder. He doesn't have any teammates. I think he just wants to make sure that the purple buff will be at least watched. And there's really nothing that they can do right now aside from farming. He's spending his time here so that he's going to be able to land a wonderful implosion once they see the other members.
Yep, looks like they're setting up on the board here. Sans
flickering out. Astral Echo thrown out as well by Sans in panic. And I feel like for Keyboy, is he trying to learn from his idol? The BBB, the big brain below, and now it's the BBK, big brain Keyboy, perhaps.
Yeah, here's the thing, AP.BREN, no one sees this. No one knows where Keyboy is, but even if he gets a 5-man implosion, will the damage be enough, Wolf?
Maybe they have the Dairoth, so they can. The damage will be there.
Oof. But AP.BREN's damage as well is quite massive. Look at the poke coming in. Boots is already down to half.
Even the Lizard did not spot out Keyboy.
Yeah. Another Astral Spear. Boots taken low. Penalty zone. That's a DPZ, but not a defensive penalty zone. That's a desperate penalty zone from ONIC. A 4.8k gold lead building up to 5k, and it has halted any shot of ONIC to look for an angle to fight.
It looks like Keyboy abort the plan. This is not going how we want it to go. Keyboy returns, and now ONIC, they got to pre-plan what else are they going to do. Astro Echo finds 2.
Fission mailed. ONIC forced back into their tier 1, and Super Marco, Mr. Rekitiano, picks up that tier 1 in the mid lane. The turret eater.
Oh, this is definitely going to be AP.BREN's power spike. And ONIC need to hold their ground. AP.BREN's lineup with this Matilda, with this Brody, they're very, very strong at this moment. And the thing is, because of the fact that Few had a great time in the early stages, he's going to be the one to supplement the damage in the latter portions of the game. So AP.BREN, even their composition is like this, they're not technically just an early to mid kind of a lineup. They do have the late game because of this Novaria. And ONIC needs to respect that. They need to make something happen now.
How's the clear though, right? I mean, ONIC right now, they're trying to deal with just a super minion wave.
It's not
and
good.
It's not good. We saw the main reason they were able to come back was that wave clear with the Lily. SCW gets poked by a torn apart memory. Zone back to his base.
Something about ONIC, I believe, and I kind of feel like all the Sonics believe, as long as the crystal is not destroyed, because it's not just in M5. They did it in M4 as well. When the odds are not in their favor, they will find a way. They will be able to do the impossible.
Dude, was that against the Valley, dude? Maybe. Talk about memory. Oh, Kairi forced back battle mirror image defensively as well. ONIC have fended off the first Lord, but I would say it's quite value. AP.BREN got half of the HP for the turret in the bottom lane.
That's right. The Twilight Armor picked up by Kairi. This is definitely a reaction to what AP.BREN is giving them. Going up against the Novaria. Now, if I'm looking at the heroes, the composition of ONIC, there's really no dive that can get to Few. So I think that this is another problem that they have to go through. Even then, the front-to-back composition of AP.BREN is also a thing of beauty because you have Flapteezy all very, very farmed now with the Imperial Age as well as the Vengeance, and then you have Kalteezy to man the front lines as well. You have the Guiding Wind to start. The front-to-back of AP.BREN is just perfect.
Ogwen is a roamer, let me remind you.
Yeah.
And he's doing that much damage to CW.
I really am curious to see how far behind CW is compared to Super Marco, right? Because Marco's been eating turrets, but it seems like in terms of levels, even damage earlier, CW has got quite enough.
So let me just ask, because you were talking about how ONIC, based on their lineup, it's not going to be easy to catch Few. So if Few is not the target, who should be the target?
You know,
is it the front line? Is it Super Marco?
I think ONIC will have to settle for the front lines, yes. Because that is the idea of the Dyrot anyways. Of course you can dive, but...
Good shot again, Astral Echo. Now revealing a few members. Kairi going to be engaged on right now with the Circling Eagle, the taunting of Fraser's Wrath. You hear some strike coming down, but it's ONIC time right now. It's actually an implosion out of penalty zone, but it's still not enough. Super Marco is free hitting. That's a flicker and a torn apart memory. Good attraction by Sans. A good shot over. Sans dogging away. AP.BREN looking for the end angle now. 7-1, 10,000 gold lead building. 2 members down for the Sky Kings.
ONIC lost 2, and now everyone from AP.BREN, they're marching forward. They're looking at the base. Flapteezy goes in.
The Hive in the building erupt. But it's cleared out, but the turret, the base, has been taken away. AP.BREN snatch a victory from under ONIC's feet.
This is the beginning of AP.BREN telling ONIC. In the grand final of the M5 World Championship, can ONIC delay the game, scale it up, or will AP.BREN bringing the pressure and stop them in their tracks? We'll witness in this game number 2 of this best of 7.
Starting us off already with the crowd roaring again in Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Anything interesting to note down here as we get into the game, Wolf?
Well, I'm surprised that there's no Tigreal invasion yet at level 1. And I don't think that they'll ever be considering it because Keyboy is skipping taps on Ogwen. This is what we said, right? There has to be a hero for Keyboy that kind of mirrors where Ogwen wants to go for. And going in for the Quantum Charge on Ogwen, interesting. He wants to... Yeah, he wants to be part of these skirmishes. And yeah, Kairi still has the Retribution, so it's going to be safe.
He uses it. Retry over Ogwen with a shove back onto Kairi, but he's still going to be able to dish out some damage. Keyboy coming in as well. Ogwen with a flicker backwards defensively. That's a flicker as well. Talk about Rook King. Keyboy picks up first blood in game number 2. A change of pace for ONIC.
A good start, but again, we gotta see how this impact really happens. What's the advantage of ONIC now having the first blood?
Oh, that's a lot of advantage because now Kairi gets to level 4 without any problem. They can contest the turtle because the ultimate coming out from Kairi will be up soon anyways. And the fact that Keyboy had an extra EXP from that kill, that's gonna be great.
Electrifying beats already used up. Keyboy as well with his own round Wolf King, but it's a Mortal Coil, and it's a complete opposite approach, right? Master Assassin for Mr. Recetiano, Super Marco, and for CW, it's that tenacity.
Yeah, we've seen that AP.BREN, they really want to win out the lane, but I've been looking at game number 1 as well as game number 2. AP.BREN has been putting a lot of pressure inside the jungle of ONIC, but why are they putting in the pressure there?
It's mainly because of the joy. They don't want Kairi to snowball. Kyle TZ, Kyle TZ, I mean, despite being pressured, will get to level 5 first, but I don't think that they will have time for this. Good poke coming up from Sans.
Great poke and boots as well. Forcing out a Mortal Coil. Kyle TZ zoned completely away, but FlapTZ doing the same thing to Sans. Forcing a flicker out. Kairi jumping in, finding the retribution on a turtle as Keyboy dishes out some damage with boots. Just trying to keep AP.BREN, their front line, at bay. And ONIC have secured a neutral objective without giving anything away.
ONIC is starting off very, very good, even though FlapTZ was able to zone Sans away. But looking at how Kairi is playing the game and the engage coming in from Boots, it's very, very impressive. So now, ONIC, even though it's a 300 goal lead, is actually quite impactful here. What do you think, Wolf?
Yeah, definitely impactful. We were talking about the laning, the scaling of Kairi as well as the CW. The fact that they're not getting run over by the Tigreal, by the Paquito, as well as the Martis, that's great. And Sans, for some reason, again, Keyboy. Oh my.
He found the I'm offended off camera. Few was caught off guard. And Sans just mystic gushed.
Oh, look at the bottom lane here. Super Marco having to go back. Kyle TZ is there. CW, I don't think he can do anything here.
Not much. Not right now. He pops in at go on it because he farms back. But Wolf, they're being kept at bay. The Smartest gets outscaled by quite a bit.
For sure. Not a good sign, but they can still recover. They still have, 5 minutes to go with this? If they find the opening finally with Kyle TZ, they can just run over, and then FlapTZ eventually controls the map. That is definitely what AP.BREN is looking for.
Yeah, right now we're looking at 2 minutes to 3 minutes. We see how CW is double farming both the gold lane as well as the mid lane. And we got to talk about this. Gord not receiving the farm. Is it still fine for him, Wolf?
Yes, in a way that all he needs to do is to actually equalize the lanes. At this point, Sans, he just needs to prolong the game. That's what he needs to do.
It feels very adaptive, right? The way that they are actually giving CW these waves. They know that Sans just picked up a kill, so he can afford to actually give a wave in the mid lane. That's when CW decided to rotate over.
Yeah, this is one of the benefits of having a mid laner that is not farm dependent. But let's look at the items here.
Yep, there's the Hunter Strike that FlapTZ has picked up. The FDP, the full damage Paquito, and it's gonna be
look at this.
utilized up top.
A lot of damage onto Boots, and Implosion committed as well. Boots now caught in the I'm offended. He pops in a penalty zone, flickers out to safety, but should fall. The Decimate finds the kill, and Kyle TZ will give AP.BREN their first kill on the board for game number 2.
But looking at ONIC here, they're really trying to trade things off because they're like, okay, if you get 1 kill, we need to get 2. I kind of feel like that's the idea. And the 2 that they got was the buff, as well as CW getting a little bit of farm coming in from that mid lane turret. He's gaining gold fast.
And the thing is, ONIC lost their flicker onto Keyboy. It's going to be a massive battle spell to not have for 2 minutes. Knowing full well that the 5 to 7 minutes, that is actually the power spike of AP.BREN. ONIC, despite them leading when it comes to the goal, they should not be that comfortable. And burning Boots as well as Keyboy's flicker, just like that for the trade-off, might not be the best choice.
Not the best choice, but I think that's the only choice that they could have made. AP.BREN are doing so well at going for neutral objectives, but also screening the map. They know if ONIC want to look for a trade, and they get the more valuable one by calculation. Flicker Implosion, bringing him back. Now the shove in, but a Mystic Gush does a lot of damage to the back as well. Keyboy going to be knocked out by the Worldly. I'm offended, not connecting to Decimate does though. TPZ by Boots. Defensive penalty zone to the back. CW finding a trade in the bottom lane. And he will be able to get just the turret here as Ogwen screens him and pushes him back again.
I mean, we saw in the interview, CW can get money, man. He can get the gold. And I kind of feel like ONIC right now, they are fine with giving something up as long as they get something back, as long as it's not a losing trade. proactiveness coming in from AP.BREN. But we got to look at Kairi as well. He just finished his Starlium side. It's just one item, but once he gets 2, once he gets 3, it's going to be trouble.
And speaking of trouble, AP.BREN already invaded the purple buff that should be belonging to Kairi. Then they secured their own. They even got a turret up top. And obviously the power spike that we're talking about for AP.BREN, we can now feel it. And ONIC will really scratch their heads with the flicker being burned out by both Keyboy as well as Boots.
I want to mention as well, even though Sans, he was giving away the lane, he has the goal advantage over Few.
Yeah. I guess because of the kills that he was able to get, as well as the assist. But ONIC, they don't need to panic. All they need to do now is to defend their lanes. Make sure that the middle is going to be intact. Keyboy and Sans might throw their bodies just to defend that. And then secure the farm onto CW.
And again, looking at the goal earned here, CW is number 1, Super Marco is number 2. But looking at ONIC here, the way that they've been moving around the map is like that they're not sacrificing too much for helping out CW.
Yeah, now they've actually lane swap, decided to do that. AP.BREN feels very happy to do that. Flapteezy 1v1 against CW. Battle Mirror Image going to be used up. Flapteezy. Knockout strike, one more shot. Blazing duet from CW. No battle spells used up just yet. AP.BREN in the bottom lane. That's a penalty zone connecting on the Oakwood, but it gets a massive shove onto 3. Kairi walks out with the electrifying beat. Super Marco dishing out damage on the boots. I defend it. Into a Testament. Kairi with retribution. He misses it, but Kyle doesn't. He finds another. B-Boy falling. Solid in the lane. Pressured down on his own tier 1. Kairi looking to clear out the waves. That's a dive angle from AP.BREN. A Testament, and Kairi will still be able to walk away. Super Marco gets a big goal on top. CW 1v1 against Flapteezy. Battle Mirror Image going to be used out. Knockout strike 1-2. CW takes the 1v1.
Hey, why did you bring a gun to a fist fight, man? CW was playing unfair, but we got to look at the items here.
Yep.
ONIC, what's happening here, Wolf?
It's a massive snowball. The Radiant Armor picked up. It's the first time for Kalteezy. That paid dividends, and now he's going to be tanking through ONIC's damage.
Mortal Coil, but a penalty zone will be used in time. Kalteezy going for the bang! He turns it around. The shutdown goes to the roamer. I would say that's still a win for AP.BREN.
ONIC right now making mistakes. We saw the mistake just now. Kairi unable to secure the turtle. Good thing by AP.BREN, they actually reset it so that the retribution was not enough. Now what does ONIC have to do?
Well, ONIC will just have to defend once again. Very unfortunate that CW was the one that got picked off. That was great play coming out from Kalteezy with the blade armor as well, because ONIC was trying to run him down, but he lasted for such a long time that AP.BREN was able to trade it off. With the Radiant armor as well as blade armor picked up by this Kalteezy Martis. Now you know that they have the snowball. Definitely needs to secure the first Lord for AP.BREN for sure.
The question is, well, we see AP.BREN right now with 1,000 gold lead. They're moving as a unit. They're moving as 3. They're moving as 4. What are they planning, Wolf? Are they just wanting to get kills, or they just want to zone ONIC away?
Yeah, it's just about zoning ONIC away. They do have a lot of potential when killing. But at the same time, if they just secure the Lord and then just take the turns, they're going to be fine, because what happens afterwards will be for them to take out the jungle of ONIC.
Well, right now, looking at the goal, looking at the positioning, it is definitely AP.BREN favorite, and Flapteezy is doing the most amount of damage in this game. Looks like he's fine being alone. AP.BREN doing this 4-1 positioning is good for AP.BREN.
It's massive for them. Kairi looking for an angle, gets shoved back by Oakwood, electrifying beast. Whoa! Kairi has just stolen it away. Kyle had the retry. He had the level advantage as well. The magical man, my goodness.
Only one time, man. Kairi was like, don't worry. It was just luck. It was just a mistake.
Holy.
I'm not going to lose the next one.
I got this, says Kairi. Brings me back to the time where I was able to work with this man.
Wow. Wow.
Just wow.
Wow.
What a steal.
What a steal. That's what we're wowing about.
Every time he's doing that.
All right, so the scaling, right? I mean, for the Claude, it's going to be amazing towards the later stage of the game. You deal so much DPS. Whoa! Just as I say it, the Mirror Curse is real, man. I say his name and he dies. And Flapteezy gets knocked out.
To the family of CW, I'm sorry I mentioned it.
We're sorry.
We're sorry. We're special.
And with Flapteezy not even having to commit the flicker. That's going to be a... I don't know what happened, but that's going to be great for AP.BREN. They must be feeling great right now. And now, what they can do is to control the long lane once again with Flapteezy, then just continuously siege against AP.BREN.
Right now, Ogwen is looking for a target. Sans able to stun him up. Looking at the position here, Ogwen is going to figure out where the majority members of ONIC is. Having Kyle TZ as well as Few there, they are in position to follow up whenever necessary. But the more important one is, look at TZ. He's hiding.
He is. He's doing a good job at it too right now. And Kaltizi is just going on to the purple buff, trying to steal it away. A good steal back, or I would say a recovery from ONIC there. It was a stun Mystic Projectile into Kairi's red tree.
That's right.
Looking at the goal here, even though CW has died twice, Super Marco hasn't died at all.
Yep.
Only a 300 goal difference. That's impressive.
The two waves, I believe, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. The double lane setup that was given to CW. And the fact that they're defending mid, this is the most important resource now for ONIC. Getting the mid lane intact means that you will have access to your jungle so much easier. And that means also that you can position yourself around the Lord later on.
Yeah, losing the side lanes is like losing a sock. And then
sock.
losing the mid lane is like losing a shoe. You can still wear a shoe without a sock, but you cannot wear a shoe with a sock without a shoe. Wait, what?
I think you can. But yeah, we get it, we get it,
listen-
right? The
listen-
mid lane is
listen-
more important.
Listening from the crowd, I guess we can.
Yeah, we can,
understand.
we
All
can.
right.
we
Thank you,
can.
crowd. Thank you.
Sometimes you gotta get them to correct us, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but, you know, I'm running out of ideas. What can I say? Special.
I think Mirko wears his expensive shoes without the socks.
Hey, don't get to that, right? Kairi now trying to steal it. Oh, he doesn't get it. Kyle Teasy takes it away, snatches it away from Kairi's hands.
Hey, by the way, Super Marco went for the RG Rose Gold Meteor. It's gonna be perfect versus the aggression that can come from Kairi.
And now the Lord dance has begun. We got to talk about AP.BREN, 1.3k gold lead. ONIC here, they are at a disadvantage. Sans keeps trying to figure out where the members of AP.BREN are, and he's been finding them. Looking at the HP as well, AP.BREN, they are chunked down just a little bit because Kyle TZ has been absorbing the damage coming in from the Lord. Keyboy, can he find a good opening here?
Kyle might have to reset this. CW's walking up right now. Kyle Teasy finds a good pinch down, but CW takes in a half HP. Boots doing the same thing. Mortal Coil used up defensively. Kairi takes control of the Lord. They're not going to look to reset it. I'm offended into the Mystic Gush into the Blazing Duet as Boots distracts the back line. Few very, very low. Not going to be chased down. Kairi finds a double kill right now. Skalteezy is going to be forced to use the Mortal Coil defensively. Flapteezy went for the hills. The Mystic Projectile connects at max range, and Kyle Teasy falls. Now Flapteezy was looking for an angle to maybe turn this around, but ONIC, they've taken 3 members down from AP.BREN looking for the Lord.
Run by us. Whoa, what happened there? How did ONIC immediately take control?
It was the Lord Dance and the bait and switch that you saw coming out from CW went in forward so that he will force some of the rotations from AP.BREN. In fact, 2 people followed him afterwards, and that's how they were able to get it. By the way, the underrated factor of the Gord... Ouch.
Ow, man!
Yep. The underrated factor for the Gord is that he can clear the left bush mid with just 2 spells, and you can scout out where the opponents are.
Shove. Ogwen has no dash now. CW battle mirror image to the front. Ogwen forced to flick around. Flapteezy! One shot with a nature. Flapteezy gets out just barely, but CW does the same thing. Oh man, 7-7, game number 2.
Dude, ONIC has been waiting. They waited for CW. They waited for Kairi. Look at the items now. This is the power spike they were looking for.
So the 3 items now onto Keyboy. That means that he is not easily taken out. You can see that CW eventually gets to the Wind of Nature and the Malefic Lore.
Dude, right
all
now,
about
listen to the
defense.
crowd. It's all for AP.BREN. They're still looking at AP.BREN to defend this, but ONIC, with just one more dance, it was 1,000 gold lead for AP.BREN.
Mystic
Now
Gush.
it's 2.7 with them.
Implosion only onto Keyboy. That's the roamer for the team. Kairi with electrifying beats. Keyboy finds it offended on the Super Marco penalty zone. Dodged away from, and the knockout strike brings Boots back to the turret for AP.BREN to do what the crowd's been chanting. Defend!
Right now, ONIC, they are trying their best to get the resources coming in from AP.BREN. They wanted the structures, but AP.BREN, how did they do that? How did they defend so well?
That was the Ogwen.
Oh, right onto Kalteezy, blazing duet! Nature can use that Mystic Gush as well! It's a bait! Sans flickers out of the shove. Ogwen stunned up. Kairi walking up against 3 members. Looking for the dashes. One more should be able to do it right now. Flapteezy going to be taken low. But Kairi decides to stop.
Sans. That was crazy.
That's crazy, Sans.
You can see the damage output now from coming up from Kairi as well as Sans is nah. they really do hurt now. And the thing with Gord is that even when it's a defensive kind of hero and it's strong at when he's able to land his spells, it still is a pretty good scaling hero as well. The Impure Age versus the spells that he has and the items that he picked up, Sans will be a threat in the latter portions of the game as well.
Looking at the damage dealt here, FlapTZ was #1, but Sans was able to overcome him. And again, he has been absorbing less minions, less minion gold, just because he's sharing it with CW. And now, ONIC, I would say this is their win condition, no?
Definitely. We're reaching the point where they're stronger.
I'm offended. Flicker already. You keep burning this away from Ogwen, and now what do they use to catch? They practically can. Kairi dashes forward, forces that Mortal Coil, even pops in that electrifying beats.
Oh, that's a problem for AP.BREN. That Flicker was the sole reason why they were able to defend the bottom lane and get 2 kills afterwards. And now that the Lord is going to be available for both teams, I mean, if you're looking at the FlapTZ, making the lane pushed against ONIC, but not having the Flicker implosion, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, right now, the Lord Dance is started by AP.BREN again. We got to remind ourselves that ONIC was able to win it out with CW using himself as bait and then giving the opportunity for ONIC to bite back, to go in, to get an engage, and dish out the damage.
And now it's ONIC. We're holding it in despite Joy being seen in the top side of the map. They still want to go for the Lord Dance right now, and CW's damage. He's definitely scaled. Conceal play. Keyboy finding with the position of Super Marco. KalTZ forcing his way in. Ogwen looking for the back right now, but KalTZ, his immortality is going to be popping down. That's a retribution from Kairi. Super Marco free hitting in the back. Boo's going to be taken very low, and that's going to be a lot of damage placed down. But Kai jumps to the back with the electrifying beat. Super Marco, one last shot. Should do it, but he's unable to find it. Only an immortality. Burnt down for AP.BREN. They're looking for more into the mid lane. A good stun to take FlapTZ lower, but he still has the immortality. Mystic Gush trying to predict the maneuvers from Flap. But for ONIC and AP.BREN, who wins it?
Definitely ONIC getting that Lord. But good thing for AP.BREN is that they only lost their immortality in exchange for the turret in the middle. So they're still trying to get some kind of trade. And AP.BREN, unfortunately, with just KalTZ manning the front lines, it's not enough. You see the damage output from ONIC. It's always a threat. Everybody's a threat now from ONIC.
Yeah, but Keyboy taking quite a lot of damage. And speaking of threats, man, I'm looking at Super Marco. The damage that he dished out was a lot.
Yes.
ONIC, they have to respect it. I gotta say, either CW or Kairi, they gotta find a way to get to Super Marco and take him down.
A mistake and a costly one. AP.BREN with KalTZ. He's looking for more. The Mystic Projectile stops Kyle. But that's a big, big kill in the 19th minute of the game.
And ONIC, whatever playstyle they're doing with CW, it worked in some of the moments, but in that crucial one, it didn't. What I'm trying to say is, CW in the first Lord fight, he went for the min-max play where he's trying to bait out AP.BREN and become very aggressive when it comes to his positioning. It paid well during the first Lord, but not in the second one.
All right, electrifying beats, immortality. Now winner truncheon bot. FlapTZ buying a lot of time. Ogren running in with a conceal. Implosion flicker onto Kairi, but he buys the immortality. Now fewer damage as well. Boots still terrified down. I'm offended by View. Kairi walks away. Keyboy does the same thing. Super Marco sliding tackle. Onto the front. Keyboy brought back to the team. Immortality still ready. He buys it in time. Kairi looking for the flags. Kairi looking for the electrifying beast damage, but he won't be able to find it. AP.BREN maneuver out of a team fight that they have won.
This is the best players in the world. Do one mistake, and it feels like 10. ONIC, after CW made a crucial mistake, AP.BREN controlled the map. AP.BREN won that fight.
Wow. And they have equalized when it comes to the economy. And even after FlapTZ had to utilize the winner truncheon, it was just a ploy for AP.BREN. The rest of the members get back. It looked really dicey though. Ogwen might have been like far too early. They see Few not in range, but eventually KalTZ was there. AP.BREN squad were able to find something, even in this stage where ONIC has a lot of strength with their items, with their natural scaling.
Yeah, looking at how AP.BREN has been positioning as well, you need eyes in the back of your head, man, because the flank coming in from KalTZ and FlapTZ as well, it's like whenever you're focusing, something else is going on.
That's a lot of damage, but Flap should be able to sustain back up. He pops the regen, and he goes onto the waves. Does he have a bloodlust? He doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think so, no.
I don't think so.
I think it's all from the Festival of Blood.
And the RGM.
Yeah.
RGM, for sure.
So now looking at CW, we have, okay, right now we got to talk about this. CW is the aggressor. He's the bait. But here's the thing, man. Wait, do they not know? Okay, Kyle TZ sees it.
They see it. Flapteezy sees it too, but he might be too late right now. They're going to go on to Kyle TZ. Burst him down. Kyle will lose his life. A shutdown for Boots. Keyboy zoning down the members. Boots! A penalty zone on the Super Marco. Holding him back. Now Flap joining the team fight. But an explosion to the back. CW finally plays into Webber. Flapteezy goes in for the punches. A lot of damage plays down. Super Marco free hitting for the back. That's a lot of damage down. Why? Why is it affected? Super Marco losing mortality. Keyboy will not lose his life. AP.BREN, they're still able to sustain back up. Super Marco, no flicker though. Kairi looking for the assassination, looking for a play. Super Marco steals some life back with that house claws and is able to defend.
Don't offend Keyboy!
Oh my goodness.
Keyboy goes in and he's gonna bring all you in!
A big shot, but an even bigger shot from Kairi. CW picks the base turret in the mid lane down. Now Ogwen, one member left standing. Kyle TZ gonna be back in 4 seconds. Ogwen melted down by CW. Evolve Lord still crashing in the bottom lane. ONIC taking their time. Kyle TZ holding it down, going for the wave. What? Lord went back and forth. Mystic projectile onto Ogwen, dodge away from Mystic Gush. I'm offended. Kyle TZ melted down again. And now it's gonna be 2 members in desperation going in. 1 second on the flap TZ.
Enough to shake the Sky Kings ONIC, or will they continue to show that they are untouchable? We're going into game number 3.
All troops deployed.
It's scary. I'm actually scared for the Gord in the early stages, just mainly because of the Yuzhong, the Akai, and then you have the supplement of this show. And even then, we're talking about no dive from the side of ONIC, but then if you realize after the Yuzhong as well as the Joe pick, with the Faramis intact, that means that they have the green light. They have the license to get into the backlines now. The first 3 picks coming out from ONIC might not be dive heroes, but with the Faramis in combination with the Cho as well as the Yuzhong, that's gonna be scary. I'm legit scared for this Gord.
Well, Flicker very aggressively in the start of the game. Super Marco taken low, but look at the decision to not flicker back. He decides to walk away, but he will pay with a lot of HP.
Now we got to see how CW manages the lane, because it looks like Super Marco, even though he was chunked up quite a bit, he is going to be able to last hit that gold minion there. So good effort coming in from ONIC, but Super Marco sticks to his guns, staying in the lane.
Going at the other lanes, it's Lapu Lapu versus the Yuzhong. I believe that Flapteezy will have a great time this game. I think that overall, this was probably the best pick here for AP.BREN. Great versus the Faramis. Obviously great against CW. And CW did not go for the Purify, went for the Flicker. So that's going to be a target for sure for Flapteezy.
And right now looking at the battle here, Sans started the battle off, being very proactive around the map, trying to target Super Marco here. So the question is for ONIC, as well as AP.BREN, which is the lane that's going to be targeted? Are they actually going to put a lot of pressure on the gold lane, or they're going to put a lot of pressure, as we see right now, perhaps in the EXP lane?
Yeah, EXP lane for sure, because they need to team fight around the turtle. Very important for AP.BREN as well as ONIC to get this first turtle.
All right, the turtle is going to be the name of the game, and we got to look at the boots coming in. If he gets level 4, as well as Flapteezy, both can dive, and both can dive very, very hard, but Kyle TZ goes in on his hands.
No flicker on Sans, you got to remember it. They go all in for it. AP.BREN, they find first blood by catching Sans off guard. Meanwhile, Kairi holding onto the turtle. Kyle TZ still has that red tree. Keyboy's looking for the flank. Few gonna be spotted out. Heavy spin still ready for Kairi. Jumps in. Oh!
What?
It's Flapteezy who gets the steal on the turtle. Now, furious dive defensively by Boots. Ogwen following through. Kyle TZ doing the same thing. Keyboy, G Kundo to the front. Boots gonna be chunked down by Ogwen. Boots running away still. Ogwen still chasing. A big vengeance.
And the
final
reset.
slash. Resetting. Bravest Spider by Flap. No flicker committed. No flicker to be used. ONIC still hovering over the orange buff right now. Stop TZ looks for the steal. Jumps in. Sans doing some damage back. Bravest Spider, the 3rd spot gonna be used up right now. Mystic Gush. No flicker used. Flap. He didn't just steal the turtle. He stole the orange buff too.
Allow me to say, ONIC needs to breathe, because I don't think I would ever say this, but
1v1, an outplay from Sans pops The NetherRealm clutch.
Massive play coming out from Sans, but my AP.BREN with Oakwood as well as Flapteasy. Early game aggression coming out from them, and Kairi was holding onto the retribution because it was cooling down. He was 2 seconds away from the retribution to be off cooldown, but then Flapteasy steals that orange.
Dual hero here, statistic as well, 70% win rate for Bruno and Fermis whenever they're paired up together. I was about to say, I kind of feel like Boots made a mistake because he was going down and he was going to, oh, but before that, CW gets engaged on.
Good stun over, flicker, backwards from CW. Keyboy with the way to drag it defensively now as that's the missing projectile, not connecting. Keyboy has got some stacks onto him, but Super Marco won't decide to pop that torn apart memory. Kaltizi will decide to invade the enemy jungle, 2 levels ahead. Who gets it? Was that Kyle?
Dude, at this
That
point, even though Kairi was able to scare it, but again, the difference there, 2 levels, that's a big impact, Wolf.
Absolutely. And this is going to be a big problem for ONIC, especially because they're facing up against Brody Lapu-Lapu. We're talking about the problems for Few, but now you can disregard that totally because AP.BREN, they've created 4 problems for ONIC to solve. And Few is not a priority at all for ONIC.
At this point, AP.BREN, they can pick up the tempo because for Lapu-Lapu, level 4 is all you need. And now with all the advantages coming in from Super Marco, I feel like he's just moments away from his second item, and then once he gets the second item, he's moving with the team.
Okay, but Flapteasy on the other side gets picked off. Super Marco tried to go for Boots there, but Kyle will be able to trade it back for a neutral objective. He knows the info. Kairi has used his retreat, and he goes straight for the purple buff. Keyboy, Jikundo not connecting. Ogwen connecting on his first skill. Now ONIC will lose out on the purple buff. Kaltizi steals it away, invades ONIC's jungle.
Right now, I think it's a little bit rough for Kairi, but I think it's fine for him, especially as an Akai. But right now, the space given to CW having 1 kill, but I kind of feel like they're still targeting him here.
The turret eater, Super Marco Keyboy finds a Jikundo away the dragon, but it's only onto the offside. Super Marco flickers back to safety, and now Kyle's locking Keyboy down. NetherRealm HP dealt with by the appraiser's wrath. The taunt connects, and Keyboy will lose his life. But whoa, Ogwen takes it away. Vengeance.
At this point, again, AP.BREN gets beat up. Flap was caught. He still wants to fight.
And he does fight. Getting onto the back, CW forces a slight tackle defensively. AP.BREN have bought enough time for the rest of the members to come through in the mid lane.
And even with that play, that's going to be net positive for AP.BREN, forcing out the heavy spin. And Sans cannot do anything at this point but to wait for their moments. Kaltizi with the blade armor pickup. This is going to be massive. 3.4k compared to Kairi, who's only secured 2,500 gold. And even the XP is going to be bad. This is going to be a snowball. The AP.BREN, especially their jungle, this is what they need and this is what they get. Oh man!
Flanking maneuver on the CW, a bravest fighter from Flapteasy. Now it's ONIC. Ogwen gonna be kicked back to the turret range right now with the help of the Shadow Stampede. Bringing him back all the way for your side. Mystic Gush from Phil melts them down. Keyboy falls, but Boots gets a double onto Flapteasy now. Sans looking for another opening in this skirmish. Super Marco with an aggressive dash forward. Kairi looking to go for this orange buff right now, and Appraiser's Wrath secures the orange buff away from Kairi. 2 levels ahead, and they're looking to go for the purple buff next.
Dude, right now, I'm worried Super Marco just got that Malefic Roar. This is what all he wants. This is what all he needs. At this point, AP.BREN can say, you know what, I'm not looking at minions, man. I'm looking at heroes.
He used the red tree, though, Kaltizi, because he knows there's no way ONIC can contest.
He knows, and that's because Kairi's half HP. No matter what happens, they will be able to win the turtle fight. And even in ONIC wins the retreat battle afterwards, it's not gonna matter. They're gonna be taken out. AP.BREN's snowball is just online.
Dude, look at that cheer, man. Kaltizi secures the turtle. At this point, AP.BREN, huge power spike. Absolutely huge. Because not just Super Marco securing that Malefic Roar, but Few as well getting that Ice Queen 1. And now Keyboy has to get away. For ONIC, what are they waiting for? Well, what is going to be the power spike for ONIC that gives them the green light to fight back?
Maybe when they have level 15 on Kairi, maybe if they have level 15 on CW, that should be the only option. And when will that happen ever? 16 minutes, 18 minutes? They have to buy the time. They have 9 minutes to buy everyone. ONIC definitely not in good shape to fight now.
Yeah, looking at the items as well, a 1-item lead for the mid laner for AP.BREN.
Yeah, it's a 1,000 gold lead between the mid laners. That's something we don't get to see a lot from, but Few on this board so far, absolutely lethal. Ogwen trying to chunk Keyboy down. Meanwhile, the rest of the team trying to look for a dive.
Yeah, right now, ONIC, they're in turtle position. This is ONIC being defensive. This is ONIC understanding the game. They can't take unnecessary damage. They can't take unnecessary risk. So try to beat as much gold as you can. But looking at how AP.BREN is playing, Kairi is going to be a little bit starved. So he's going to get that level 15 much, much later.
3 levels down. Keyboy now going to be engaged on his signature Joe. Final slash canceled away as Shunpu. Getting out, but not from the taunt and the Mystic Gush. Even the Netherrealm comes in late. Super Marco, turn of memory. Boots gets out in time. Ogwen diving in. Petrify, locking him down. Suns pulls Kyle. Ogwen flickers out of the Stampede. Up top, a turret traded in. CW finds it, but Flapteasy might be looking. No, he falls back.
The good thing about that is AP.BREN were able to force out some of the battle spells, the Petrify coming out from Boots as well as Sans' Flicker. They did have to spend some of their flickers, but the fact that they have forced ONIC to remove all of their resources means that they can take the Lord fight so easily. 12-9. That's the difference between Kalteezy and Kairi.
Right now, looking at the formation here, Lord Dance initiated by AP.BREN, doing quite a lot of damage to Lord. ONIC, they're spread out. AP.BREN, they're clumped up together. Ogwen sees Boots. Conceal.
Conceal coming down. The Rectory will be won by Kyle. Teasy. And now they're looking to collapse. They're looking to punish any maneuver. Kalteezy locking Keyboy down. Kairi walking on the other side of the map, and ONIC will be able to disengage. The Lord given over to AP.BREN.
Suns now having the Lightning Truncheon is going to help him out when he wants to defend the base, but is it enough, Wolf?
Yeah, it's not going to be enough for now, for sure. I think that the best scenario now for ONIC is if they don't lose any of their inhibitors. It's going to be a tall order.
One stab, Kyle takes it.
Dude, damage dealt? Is this for real?
It is for real.
Ogwen doing the most. Ogwen doing the most, few second place. But the damage from Suns looks like it is going to be enough. Yep. So I kind of feel like I agree with Wolf, just Lightning Truncheon can't do it just yet, but Keyboy goes in.
That's a lockdown, but a Mystic Gush connects to the backline. Flapteasy will fall before ONIC's frontline does. Now it's a lockdown. Oh, Sans gets wiped. AP.BREN blitzed him down, bursted him out.
And now AP.BREN, 7,000 gold lead. Moving forward, they're looking at the inhibitor. Holy defense use.
Oh! Again back to back! A quick stab from Kalteezy. And ONIC has lost again on one member. The laser not quite in range. ONIC still able to defend from the first lord of the game. Mystic projectile, side tackle for CW, but it's not going to be enough to get him out of range. Even with the splash from the turret, ONIC lose a base turret with the first lord of AP.BREN.
And now, Black Dragon form used by Bo. That damage
though! Memory, oh my goodness gracious. Boots was almost melted down. Whew. 2 base turrets.
Let me just say, AP.BREN, their mind games is working.
Yep.
It's working.
It's working. And the thing is, losing Sans twice in a row. I mean, losing him once, that's fine because they were able to get the kill out of Flapteasy, but losing him the second time meant that they will not be able to defend 2 of their turrets.
That's a poke down on the Kairi right now. Another round, not. Oh, it's going to be in time. Keyboy finds a good win into Dragon, but it's not going to be able to survive in this onslaught of damage. Boots finds a Petrify, Wind of Nature, but still Sparkle falls. The Ghostburster's able to take him down. CW dealing some damage, but AP.BREN decide to disengage. 2 for 1 in favor still of AP.BREN.
Look at the items, Wolf. What else does ONIC need?
Another defense item for Kairi for sure, because you see that when he turns up into the fight, even when he's not dying, he's put so low that the heavy spin is not going to be utilized properly. So he needs a second item for sure. We have Sky Guardian Helmet eventually for him to be able to tank up, and then eventually a Radiant Armor. They definitely need Radiant Armor here from ONIC. Somebody has to take it, otherwise Few will just destroy them.
CW looking like he wants a Demon Hunter Sword as well to be able to deal enough damage, because Kalteezy has been soaking up so much damage coming in from CW. Right now, ONIC, they're at the back foot, but again, they've been in this situation time and time again, so I kind of feel like AP.BREN, they can't fall asleep here. They got to make sure, tighten the gameplay, and make sure they don't make a mistake coming in.
Stampede from Sans. A resource used up. Kairi poked down by Ogwen. And also by Few. Kyle holding the Lord. Pinned down. Final slash used up already. Sans. Shadow Stampede once again. Mystic Projectile connecting. chunking Suns for a bit. ONIC are still hovering over.
Watch out, Marco.
Right now, Keyboy used the conceal, but immediately found out. I don't know how Keyboy can go in, man. He has to make some kind of miracle play. Suns, even he can't find any angles.
He has a flicker.
ONIC looks like they have to disengage.
They have to. There's no way they can contest an AP.BREN. Capitalize. A free Lord in the 13th minute.
Right now, ONIC, they have to defend. At this point, too much damage, man, being dealt out by Discord. They got the Yuzong, but the Yuzong can't even go in. He flies, and immediately AP.BREN strikes and force him down to the ground. Boots can't do much here.
Radiant armor picked up by Kairi. Keyboy has his flicker back. Sans is the most important hero for now for ONIC. And he might be final slash. That's going to be a problem for the side of ONIC.
Ogun looking for an angle right now. Mystic Gush on the Kairi. Heavy spin with another realm right now. The Lord's going to be dealt with right now. Keyboy jumps into the back, not able to find an angle. Stunned up, Chain CC. Keyboy taken out. Sans with flicker. Shadow Stampede. A Brazier Splat connecting LCW. But it's still going to be able to dish out some damage. Flap Teasy with the Braven Spider. Onto the back with the flicker as well. Boots finds a better fire on the Cal Teasy. Final slash, bringing it back, but he finds the kill. He dies instead. CW going for the waves right now. One more in the wave coming down. Sans taken out by Super Marco. It's CW versus the world. A slight tackle back, but what is the member supposed to?
With a turtle. Who gets the turtle?
It's AP.BREN.
Oh, what? Sonic with a win. Oh, went flickering forward. Kairi's next. Super Marco! Triple kill on the board. 5-0 and 2.
Right now, AP.BREN, this is a big lead. Sans can't protect. This mid lane turret is super important. AP.BREN just takes it like that.
And immediately they go for the purple buff. Nullifying this assassin pick again from ONIC. They already had the Fredrin, but they switch it back to the EXP lane. And even without something like a Hilda or anything, there wasn't any problem. We're going to see through the replay what happened in that fight. It's brought to us by Kadia. And you can see that Sans already stole the heavy spin, but it wasn't enough. I mean, Super Marco just kited all throughout.
Everything. What a play by Marco.
Yeah, honestly, Marco, you're the 1-1 expert. In this position right now, when AP.BREN has 3.4k gold lead, and looking at the items here, 3 items for Super Marco. How ahead is he actually?
Oh, he's super ahead, man. The thing is, on the 1-1, you might take a look at the gold lead and you might say it's just an 800 gold lead, not even 1,000. But the thing about 1-1 is, if you reach that corrosion site and the DHS, that's already your power spike. That's why you can go for the Wit of Nature, and now he becomes lethal. Because he can find those weakness points, take more of a risk, and still be doing maybe even more damage than CW.
Yeah, and Kyle TZ took quite a lot of damage there, but again, the fact that he can take that much damage shows that ONIC is not ready to fight just yet. We see Kairi again. I feel like even though he's under this much pressure, he can still do it. Sans doing the most damage here.
Onward, catching his dash. The prediction from AP.BREN from Ogwen. Keyboy taken out. Sans now looking for some sort of retaliation, but AP.BREN are utilizing this chaos to go for the Lord. ONIC in shambles.
Yeah, but look at Kairi, man. He's looking for the side lanes.
Vengeance. Flapteasy just standing there menacingly. CW can't do anything, and Lord gets taken without the help of the Retribution. Kairi in the bottom lane, looking for a trade. Boots brought back to the team. Kyle TZ there. Should be able to retreat, and does. Takes away another purple buff from Kairi. And Kairi can only get a tier 2 in the bottom lane to trade the Lord. And a purple buff, whoa.
Yep. It's nothing that ONIC is getting right now. They're trying to defend. They're trying to just go for the clear out on the side lanes, but it will not be enough at all. AP.BREN might just steamroll into the top lane, especially because they have the massive objective here. Super Marco's already so farmed up. Kyle TZ is tanky enough. And even Flap TZ. You can see Flap TZ manning up against the members of ONIC, standing in front of them. Not scared at all because he does have the Vengeance and he's very tanky at this point, even getting the Dominance Ice. 10 minutes.
Yeah, but a big power spike from Kairi. I saw that he built the Blade of Despair, so I think it's not quite over yet for ONIC, but AP.BREN wants it to be over.
It's really hard now for ONIC. I feel like for Super Marco especially, right? The main idea for ONIC was they want to get Super Marco assassinated, but he has the win in nature. So what comes next? Where does the damage come, Sans?
Now the Lord is down bottom, but looks like AP.BREN is able to secure the tier 2s. Oh, CW wants Kyle Teasy. He has to be careful.
Shadowkill also used up some damage back to AP.BREN. ONIC still trying to defend from the siege that AP.BREN are still going at it full force with. Conceal come down. BMI getting him out. A good splash of damage from the turret to try to take these minions down, but AP.BREN do a lot with that minion wave. The base turret in the bottom lane is low, very low.
Oh, look at this purple buff here. Kairi wants it, but AP.BREN wants to deny it.
He wanted more. Ogwen needs to time. No, he doesn't even need to. AP.BREN have done it. They've taken another purple buff.
For the longest time, we haven't seen any Flicker Divine Judgment play from ONIC. In fact, there's no play that we saw from ONIC. The last time that we saw was probably the turtle fight where Sans was able to copy the heavy spin, but that's just about it. ONIC cannot find an opening for a team fight. And this Kaja pick, even when it's like one of the best heroes that Keyboy has ever played, it seems like he does not have an impact right now.
I mean, look in the lineup here, man. When FlapTZ as well as Ogwen is up in your face, there's it looks like there's no right target for you to catch because, in theory, Super Marco and Few is the perfect target you want to catch.
Yeah.
But having FlapTZ as well as Ogwen, man-to-man defense on you, and even if you're able to penetrate that defense, Kyle is there, man.
Yeah.
He's going to nullify your engage.
Heavy spin.
Heavy spin.
Just one tap away from a cover.
So, I don't know, man. I feel like AP.BREN with the draft, they've successfully nullified the advance that Keyboy has on his Kaja, but if he can prove me wrong, I'm all for it.
Oh. Keyboy up top.
They spotted him. Keyboy all alone, isolated. Still with a flicker now. Kyle Teasy with a heavy spin. Locks Keyboy down. Super Marco has a monster kill, 6-0 and 3.
That's a problem. And AP.BREN, even though Retribution forced out, Boots might be in trouble.
Is in trouble. Onward, Earthshatter locking him down. The top Boots gets him out with a flicker. FlapTZ chases him down. CW now pushing some damage. Vengeance! FlapTZ able to escape the shadow kill. Not able to take him down. Super Marco dashes forward, looking for one more. Boots zoned away. Meanwhile, Kyle, all this time, he's still on the Lord and he gets it for free. The Hive in Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Go wild.
AP.BREN has been hiding this Damus pick, man. He just, like you said, stands there menacingly. As long as he has the vengeance, dude, he feels strong. He feels invincible. He can make a beeline straight to anywhere and he'll be okay.
Yeah. It will take so much from ONIC to be able to take down FlapTZ. DHS, the Trinity actually available now for CW, gets the Malefic Roar, much needed in this particular game, but they might not be able to utilize it because AP.BREN, everybody else is tanky. Everybody else is the problem.
Lord march down, gets a good charge on. The Primal Rat stolen away. Sans trying to deal some damage. Ogwen, Earthshatter out already. No onward just yet. He onwards to the back. Kairi does a bit more damage onto him, but AP.BREN will stay disciplined. They have a 7,000 gold lead. They'll look for another wave in the mid lane this time around. AP.BREN still with a lot of resources. Sans coming down into the mid lane with a splash of damage. Boots standing in the front. FlapTZ looking for an engage. Kyle Teasy soaking the damage in. Divine Judgment on the FlapTZ with no vengeance this time around, but he has it back on cooldown now. The base turret cracked open in the mid lane. Ogwen gets the immortality. Keyboy with a whip. But that's 3 base turrets down for ONIC. And AP.BREN are still lingering. That's Kyle! With a truncheon by Sans, but it's not enough. The mage, the Gila Sans, has been taken down. Now it's AP.BREN 5 against 4. Super Marco looking for all the weakness points. Mid waves, they're going to be cleared away. 2 waves coming down though. AP.BREN looking for a match point. Boots up to the blazing door from CW. A vengeance. With a truncheon by Few. Still able to survive. Kairi marching back and forth. One more minion.
Minotaur as well as Novar. It's going to be great in the early and the late portions of the game. all Kairi needs to do is to make sure that he at least
5
trades
seconds till the
for the
enemy
first few
reaches
turtles
the
and not get destroyed in the early stage, and they're going to be A-okay.
All troops
The host
deployed.
country has never won an M series. Will
Welcome to
AP.BREN
Legends.
be the difference maker, or will the Sky Kings ascend and then continue this best of 7? We're jumping into the game.
We're hearing it already from the crowd. This is our homeland, they say, as they yell out AP.BREN. Ogwen early on invading the enemy jungle, gonna be knocked out. Flicker already burnt out. Kairi hunting him down. Ooh, the Astrosphere dodge away from CW chasing. Ogwen gets out.
Ogwen, oh my goodness.
But that's Flicker that they committed. Burnt a lot of time though. Amazon ONIC will be very happy about that. Flicker not being available for the Lord fight, for the turtle fight.
Looking at the emblem set here, I want to see a little bit more aggression coming in from Boots, because Boots is going very aggressive, having the Rupture as well as the Festival of Blood.
And interestingly, you know, Converse want to take a look at the gold lane. 1-1 versus the Cloud. We saw yesterday that the trend was go for the Master Assassin, but this time they went both for Tenacity.
So both are playing for survivability. Both are playing not for the lane, but for the team fights. That's what they want to do the most. And so far, let's look at this matchup, right? The skill matchup, even in the jungle. It's Baksha versus Fredrin, but Kaltizi has been able to invade early on, getting a level lead.
Yeah, it's mainly because of the Grok as well, being very aggressive in that moment, in that regard. I would say though, Baksha is supposed to be the hero that has a faster jungle take
It's
rate.
the distraction from
But
Ogwen.
it's the distraction from Ogwen. At the same time though, few can leash, and Novaria cannot leash as much.
Interesting though. Looking at Kaltizi, wait a minute. A knock-up, a taunt onto Keyboy. Should be able to escape this one, but look at the emblem that Kyle actually chose. We've seen many times that now it's the concussive blast that has become the norm for Fredrin. Why Brave Smite here, Wolf?
It's a standard. Actually was the first emblem of choice. And then there was the Quantum Charge, eventually the concussive blast, and they're now going for the Brave Smite because he wants a team fight. I think that AP.BREN, particularly for Kaltizi, they're recognizing the fact that it's the Claude that is the main character here.
Minion's Fury and the knock-up. Keyboy now knocked up himself by the wild charge from Ogwen. That's View, the man who is on a mission to get his second M Series title.
Let me just say that play was possible because of Ogwen. Ogwen saw the pathway coming in from Kairi, making AP.BREN know that Kairi is far away so they can burst down the turtle. No hesitation at all. ONIC having both Keyboy as well as Sans trying to create the illusion that they want to contest for it, but the illusion was shattered because Ogwen found out where Kairi really was.
Amazing play coming out from AP.BREN for sure. The spacing that they have, they're not stopping.
They're not. Keyboy very low, the wall to keep him at bay. No dash, Keyboy still able to flicker up from wild charge. Now Flapteasy caught under the turret. One more shot, he finds it. Sans looking for the turnaround by Flapteasy. Just walks out. Now Sans walks down. Astro Meteor going to be committed down. The mid lane cleared away by Few to stop that from happening.
And what a juggle coming out from Few. He took the aggro of the turret and then survived because of the ultimate, making it so that they can dive. That was wonderful juggling coming out from AP.BREN.
We got to talk about the late game scaling here, because ONIC, we've seen whenever they have the Novaria, their Lord Dance is going to be very difficult to handle just because Sans can deal out so much damage in the meantime. And now we got to look at the Novaria Astral Recall comparison, both Sans as well as Few. Games played, Few has more advantage, and look at a cast count. 396 for Sans, but 776 for Few.
Very similar. They
36
hit
to 35.
1 out of the 3 shots they make. That's actually pretty impressive.
Very impressive on the Novaria. Boots chunked down by Few, but Ogwen now, Power of Nature, getting him out to safety, but Boots dealing a bit more damage. Knockout strike as well. Ogwen gets out again. Master Ogwen doing the Skadoo Sheer. Few knocked up, but he still has the black shoes and even a Purify. Kairi canceled out on that shield unity. Flapteasy doing a bit of damage. The wall comes down, the Guardian's barrier. Minus Fury dodged away from Kaltizi. Gets out. Oh, it's a wild charge, a vital slash. Everything. Boots forced to flicker out to safety. Kairi returns as Poisson's Keyboy isolated. And a Brazer's Wrath to take him down for the 3rd time this game. But ONIC find this time around a kill back onto the enemy roamer.
This is a very good start here coming in from AP.BREN. 1,000 goal lead. They are in prime position to keep controlling the map because at this point,
Yes.
I feel like it's hard for ONIC to even move forward.
Exactly. Right after taking the turtle, they know that Kairi doesn't have the retribution. Then Kaltizi steals it away. He actually gets 2 creeps, gets the Rakursa as well as the orange buff. That's gonna be massive. I mean, you will not feel it right now, but every time that Kaltizi takes away a jungle creep away from Kairi, that's double the effect. Because not only do you get gold, you also take away gold from your opposing jungler.
And now Boots, he's taking a long way around. Boots will be taken out. AP.BREN have come alive again in game 5.
ONIC right now, they've been making a lot of mistakes, getting caught out. Ogwen, even though he's taking quite a lot of damage, he's not going to get taken down. Few is here as well. ONIC, I kind of feel like they got to slow down, they got to breathe, they got to figure out what is their game plan because I feel like they're trying to force things and AP.BREN is just catching their mistakes.
They've been catching way more than just mistakes. They've been forcing mistakes out as well. All in onto Keyboy, the roamer. A taunt as well. Kaltizi put out the stacks. Wild charge of Brazer's Wrath. Keyboy taken down again. Blazing away from Super Marco as well. Almost ECW down. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Few gets assassinated by Boots.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Keyboy right now, as the Minotaur 0-4-0. 6 minutes in the game. AP.BREN has 5 kills, 4 of those is Keyboy. AP.BREN, they have a target, and that target's name is Keyboy.
That's a big problem. Turtle is going to be available. They're forcing the retribution onto Kairi once again.
Level 10 to level 8. And Kaltizi gets it, but he does utilize the retribution. Now Kairi, shield unity instantly onto the turtle. That's now already being started up by ONIC. This is a desperate move, but it might actually work out for them. Kairi has the retribution. AP.BREN forced back. That's retribution secured for the turtle right now, and Boots is able to pop in that black shoes, and Astral Sphere dodge away from by Few. Boots still chasing, but Few gets out.
Let me just say, AP.BREN has been doing quite a good job avoiding all the damage coming in from Sans because we see the U-turn coming in at the end of their movement, making sure that Sans is not going to make that big of an impact. So I kind of feel like that's also a small thing, but it's really stacking up.
Yep.
It's really making it so that AP.BREN is not really all that fearful getting into those fights.
And AP.BREN also transitioning into overtaking the jungle. And that's the reason why they prioritize utilizing the retribution onto the purple buff. Boots in trouble.
Flickering back, Kaltizi chasing him. Battle Mirror Image is there. Boots will be taken down again. This time it's Super Marco who picks up the kill. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, not the same thing happening. AP.BREN stopping any sort of trade from happening this game 8 minutes in.
Right now.
Disastrous for ONIC.
I'm just listening to the crowd. I mean, at this point, AP.BREN 1.7k lead for ONIC. What is the timing here? Super Marco's pushing, man.
The only timing for ONIC waiting right now is again for the game to equalize once again. They might forfeit the early to mid game again. The first 15 minutes, it's gonna be AP.BREN for sure. And all they can do is to hope that Keyboy lands a beautiful Minion Fury into CW's ultimate. Until then, it's gonna be difficult for them to find a fight. Unfortunately, AP.BREN has the better heroes, the early stages of the game, and the better items, the better economy. They just have it right now.
One way out for ONIC, it's to fight. But AP.BREN are doing the best they can to stop that from happening.
Yeah, and right now, again, ONIC, their mechanics are going to be tested here because AP.BREN, they're definitely winning out when it comes to the macro. The Lord has pawn. Boots up top with Super Marco. The Lord Dance is initiated by Kaltizi. Keyboy probably looking for an opportunity.
That's a good shield unity into the Astral Spear. Crossbow tank gonna be locked in. CW on the Kaltizi, who's taking a half HP right now, but he has it. Brazer's Wrath! Wild charge from Ogwen! Kaltizi very low. CW launching forward, a few dealing some damage as well. CW, once again, doing a lot of damage, boosting the leg. That's a concealed play. Kairi gonna be able to secure this Lord of the game. Ogwen very low, conceal, trying to get out. Knockout strike locks him down, and that should be a kill over. Boots the Heavenly Fist is what we call him in Indonesia. Now getting it, CW finds another.
ONIC needed to fight. They fought.
Marco.
Wind of nature. Oh, it's crazy.
Oh, I couldn't even finish my sentence there.
Yeah, me neither.
And that's a team fight that ONIC badly wanted. We're looking for an opening. They have found it. They made it, actually.
Uh-oh. Boots taken very low. So Marco backed up with a battle mirror image. Now Kairi with the shield unity. Looking low. My goodness gracious. Every single time he throws this one, man, it's panicking, but CW gets a turret up top.
Mirko, breathe. We need you. We need you, man.
I'll breathe.
All right, so now we're going to give it over to Wolf. Looking at the items here.
Yep, a rush onto the Wind of Nature. Interesting choice coming out from CW. But that's the reason why they were able to last the fight. At the same time, deal the damage. And now ONIC, they all of a sudden get 2.4k.
What? Wait,
Rubber band.
from 400 gold to 2,600. 5-man Astral Echo. ONIC looking to steal Minions Fury.
Yep.
But Kairi will just secure the purple buff. They're getting chunked very low. That might be a bad endgame. Flapteezy! He went in a bit too aggressive. Super Marco, a great battle mirror image to escape from this onslaught of damage. Another shot down, threading the needle, Sans.
I would say here, ONIC has been winning those fights where Flapteezy made a bad engage. And I don't know, AP.BREN, they gotta stop that, because every time we see Flap goes in, and then ONIC feels like they're having an advantage. His HP, you have to look at that, man.
Yes. And my smart translation to that is that the box that was set up by ONIC was already so rigid, and AP.BREN goes into their box one after the other. Especially when Flapteezy starts it, they're waiting for Ogwin to go for the jump, but unfortunately ONIC has established this box where Kibo is in front, CW is waiting for the stacks. When they do have the ultimate, they will be able to pop it. And I think the real game changer here for ONIC is Sans.
Yes.
Every time he lands the Astral Echo onto many members of AP.BREN, ONIC will have the better decision making.
Because Ogwin can't find any wild charges. The wild charges become very tame. And that becomes very powerful. Kairi knows it's time to go in right now. Flapteezy, crossbow tank already. Oh, final slash not able to be casted in time. And he gets bursted down.
And Ogwin cannot do anything. Didn't do anything. Because even if he uses the wild charge, it's just a waste of an ultimate. And what's going to happen is that Ogwin will also be taken to the grave.
Let me just say, man, this is not a fun game to be a frontline, because every single time you're just doing your job.
You're just doing your thing, man.
You just get punished too much. It's like, excuse me, sir. Let me play the game.
This game turned out to be a battle of mechanics in the end, because both teams have good heroes. And when I say good heroes, they have the 1-1 on the side of ONIC. They have the Cloud on the other side. Meaning to say, no matter what happens, there will be the late game insurance. And it's just 12 minutes of the game.
Boots now, I gotta say, I don't think he's been shafted by the draft. He's been getting a hero that can make a difference, man.
And he's performing on it so far on this Bakito. 2 deaths, but with those 2 kills now, they're looking for a little initiation. Astral Echo once again revealing 4. Boots flanking around, just making a miss. Flapteezy going to be chunked down by the Astral Sphere. Kairi still on the Lord. Flapteezy not able to enter this. Final slash only on the Keyboy. Minion Fury! Keyboy finds 3. That's another knockup. Super Marco still holding down the Fury by Marco! With a lazy duet, but CW with a crossbow of tag into the Astral Sphere. Now CW chasing Q down, forcing another big punch from Boots. 4 for 1.
He got that?
Unbelievable. And it's Sans again landing the Astral Echo to 4 members of AP.BREN. Then immediately what they did afterwards was to go to Kalteezy. The front-to-back damage coming out from ONIC cannot be contained anymore. Kalteezy steps into the box of ONIC once again, gets punished for it.
Wait, they're going for the end. 1 base turret up top, 1 base turret in the mid lane getting dealt with. Super Marco going to be chunked down. 1 second on Flapteezy.
Can he do it?
Coming down. CW focusing it. But ONIC will decide to disengage. It's a bit too risky with all the members coming back. They don't want to risk a 1 straight push, but they have another Lord.
Yep, the Lord is here. Astral Echo connects onto everyone. Future Bumako taking a lot of damage. AP.BREN still protecting their base. ONIC doesn't find a way to go in.
Amazing defense from AP.BREN. ONIC now looking for the bottom lane base turret, the final 1. Flapteezy looking for a big play. Weakness points getting caught out. Flapteezy 2 more. That's a good final slash on the CW for nature. Wild charge, and that's the turn. 3-man Minion Fury into the blazing duet. Boots in the cast over the helmet Keyboy. That's an Astral Sphere. Dodge away from once again. Flapteezy very low. Boots in the midst of it all. Dealing some damage, getting some shields. Able to disengage, and the base turret, the Winions, take away the final base turret in the bottom lane. Only the base left standing, but AP.BREN are fighting.
The defense there from AP.BREN was really good, but they did lose a lot. And the thing is, ONIC, all they need to do was to make sure that CW is cleared for takeoff. And AP.BREN finally are able to stop them. Flicker is going off cooldown on Ogwen. And AP.BREN punished, they get one turret. We gotta live to see another day, another Lord Dance for sure. It's gonna happen in less than a minute.
Well, what we were talking about how they will.
Oh! Another big shot out to Ogwen. Kairi unable to take him down. It's ticking, but Ogwen survives. Pops the power of nature. Oh my goodness, this game.
ONIC, they're in a position where they push AP.BREN. Now, looking at the base, half HP, basically. Right now, I'm looking at Boots as well. I'm thinking, ONIC has a lot of ways to play this. They can wait for the Lord. They can go for a fight. They can go for a split.
Exactly, because they have the Paquito anyways.
There's a lot of options here for ONIC. The pressure's on to AP.BREN now. They got to figure out what ONIC wants to do and be 2 steps ahead.
Well, look at the draft. Remember what ONIC did to AP.BREN. Now Few is the one on the Lilia. Now they are the ones who have good wave clear. Could it possibly happen? One big fight to end the game from AP.BREN.
There's so many possibilities. In fact, right now, I'm curious because Super Marco as well as Ogwen, they're grouped up together.
Oh.
They might punish Boots.
Well charged into everything. Boots able to dash away. Forward now with the
That's
wall.
the play.
Catches him and Few takes the kill. That's the play indeed. AP.BREN, that's the opportunity, the golden one. But Calteezy gonna be locked down, crossbow tank ready. CW popping it now in the final second, able to translate it over to Ogwen and finding the kill. Few forces the black shoe, CW alone. But they should be popped in, Super Marco jumps in as well with CW's dive and a guy away from him. Super Marco survives, Keyboy right there. Sans dealing damage with the help of Keyboy. 4 for 2 in favor of AP.BREN. Keyboy very low, another one. Winner Truncheon from Few. A flicker back.
What?
Sans and Keyboy looking for the miracle play. Looking for a
base.
snipe down. Teasy with a dodge.
What
With that vengeance, Keyboy running Ogwen down. Very low, has the immortality. Does he buy some time? Astral Media, but look at the minion waves. An Astral Spear connecting. Ogwen flickers out to safety. The crowd goes wild. But the base is still wide open for the minion waves to come crashing down.
Right now, Sans finally gets it! Dude! Sans right now!
Oh!
What is this game? It's like playing tag! Sans trying to catch everyone and everyone just dodging him left and right!
But look at the timers. Now it's Ogwen who's down for 20.
And he doesn't have the immortality when he wakes up. This is what happens when you have 2 of the best teams in the world of Mobile Legends going up against each other in the best of 5 series with the best heroes that we could ever expect from them. It's a duel.
Right now, the Lord has been started by ONIC. AP.BREN will not contest. ONIC now has the Lord. They will push with this. The question is AP.BREN. They have the Lilia. They have the Claude. They have ways to clear the minion. But ONIC, can they force this out?
Sans, Gila.
Gila Sans.
And I want to say, majority of the damage output of Sans obviously comes from the Astral Sphere from the second skill. But actually, his Astral Meteor usages were so much on point.
The choke points.
The choke points, he's utilizing it to...
He's playing it like a Lilia.
Exactly. He's making a lot of space for the team because he's blocking so many of the passageways of AP.BREN, and the slows are actually super duper annoying to deal with.
Look at the timing though. It's not an Evolve Lord.
It's not.
Right now,
And they have the Lilia.
the Lord marches in. The wall has been brought up. Astral
Boots.
Echo hitting a 4. Look at Boots.
Very low, able to get the shield down. Now the base wide open. Finish Fury, not going to be casted just yet, but the Lord has been cleared out. Kairi taken low. Turn to the Poisons to run away. Oh, they go and collapse out to Kairi. With the final stocks as well. Finish Fury catching everyone. CW looking for the play. On the Few, putting the black shoes. 4-man knockup from Keyboy as he flickers out to safety, but Flapteezy is chasing him down. Sans clears out of midway. Flapteezy with a good stun. That's another Astral Spear not connecting this time around. Keyboy taken down. Flapteezy finds the vengeance.
ONIC has to change their strategy, man. They gotta take advantage of Sans. They gotta let Sans do the damage. And it looks like AP.BREN was able to protect their base, but back to my point.
30 seconds.
Oh, wait.
CW
Can they do it?
No, he can't.
No, he can't. He can't.
can't.
He can't.
It's very risky.
Very risky indeed. Has to recall out. He's keeping at it. He's keeping it. He's waiting for information. Few. Can he take out Few?
The Assassin, 1v1, black shoes used up. CW needs one crossbow attack, but he saves it. He saves it. He outplays Few, but Immortality gets bought out, and CW will back away. Few has done it. What a play.
Open
The turnaround. Now it's going to be Kairi, who still is able to bomb in that Poisons. He's isolated from the team, but he is soaking a lot of damage. Final clash might be happening right now. The Immortality, no Immortality. Kairi has been taken down.
And it's mainly because of Ogwen. The usage of Guardian's barrier to isolate Kairi away from his team. Then the supplement of the final slash. The displacements.
Ogwen, wild charge, keeping it at bay. Super Marco now trying to turn it around. CW jumping forward. A mechanical duel between the two best goal laners in the world currently.
Let me just say, I don't envy the position of CW as well as Super Marco right now, man. Too many things is going through their heads.
A very intense fight. I mean, everybody's trying to outplay each other, forcing so many mistakes, and at the same time, like making the mistakes their own. Kairi 12 seconds before respawning does have the shield unity, so he can get back. And the lanes are naturally in favor of ONIC.
Final slash, CW is down! The final slash that might have just ended this game. Another wild charge. Super Marco finding the kill. Kairi jumping on the Super Marco, who buys the Immortality. An Astral Spear from Gila Sans. Super Marco, Battle Mirror Image, boosted in the midst of it all. Trying to look for a big fight right now. Sans comes back in with the Astral Meteor. An Astral Echo. Another Immortality pop. Kairi still going to fall. Few finds another for the base. The minions. The drama. The drama.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
The cannon event! The flappening! David Charles Gallo, that's his name! Saving this game with a final slash to take out CW, then saving them from the Minions! It's the cannon event!
This is the game. Sans has to carry the team, man. He has the damage. He just has to connect them. Altitude very low, but looks like AP.BREN will secure this Lord. This is not looking good for ONIC.
And the wave clear is not that good for ONIC. It's not like for AP.BREN where there is the Lilia as well as the Claude. This is the 1-1 single target hero. This is the Novaria. Although you have the Astro Meteor, it will not be enough. AP.BREN, because of Flapteasy, the flappening. And here you can hear them. End it. End it now!
Well, ONIC's gonna try their very best to deny that. Because again, this is match point for AP.BREN. Once that crystal is down, we'll crown a new champion. The Lord is marching up top. Ogwen's delaying it. He's trying to sync up the minions. This is gonna be very difficult for ONIC to defend.
Even the base turret down below will be taken down by Super Marco. An Astral Sphere in the mid lane. Can they clear it away? Is it still possible, Wolf?
Again, for ONIC, I think anything is possible. They still have boots. Or maybe that's the wave clear that they're looking for. And Sans, a key hero, needs to survive for the entirety of this defense.
The base is cracked. ONIC on full defense mode, under siege. The Golden Road at risk. AP.BREN in their world tour. In the mid lane, cleared out. Super Marco gonna be chunked down. The Infinite Shield already popped away. CW is able to clear out the minion wave in the mid lane. Kairi, the Shield Unity, backing away once again. That top lane now gonna be dealt with by ONIC. And we are back again to the waiting game. Rizal Memorial Coliseum! Are you not entertained?
Listen to the crowd. This is an amazing match. 24 minutes in. AP.BREN with a 6K goal lead, but at this point, the goal is only about switching your items. Few, as well as Ogwen, finds all members of ONIC. And AP.BREN, they're just moving around. They're just waiting for a point where Super Marco can just go in.
Lilia, the super duper late game, the ultra late game is so good.
A full NCW again.
Oh my God,
caught. A big mistake A big blunder. AP.BREN are found it once again. An Astral Spear, this time from Sans. An Astral Meteor in the bottom lane to try to clear things out. Super Marco knocked up, has the Battle Mirror image. 55 seconds on CW on Calvin Winata.
Oh my goodness. Flapteasy once again.
Boots going in, trying to force out the Black Shoes. Minion wave in the mid lane, gonna be chucked down once again as Boots is able to dish out some damage in the bottom lane to clear the minion wave out. Both waves dealt with, but AP.BREN are slowly sieging. Flapteasy. Oh, he's jumped into the base. Very low. Astral Meteor. Ogwen
What a
tanks it
juggle.
up.
What a juggle.
AP.BREN, what a juggle. Super Marco, no! Still gets out.
And for some miracle, ONIC holds on to 2 of their turrets. They might let go of the other one though.
Bottom lane base turret.
Hey.
That might be taken down. That is a big resource, but they are able to keep it at bay. Flapteasy up top, clearing up the wave. ONIC looking for another way to reset this, to stop AP.BREN.
Right now, 4 members are caught in Astral Echo. Boots is from the side. The few finds him. Slap wants to go in. He wants to find a target.
It's back up, Astral Sphere. Keyboy in front of it all right now.
low.
Kairi's gonna be chunked down. It's a Radical Boost! Finds a knockout strike. Finish Fury onto 4. CW is now here. The Lord, who gets it? It's gonna be an all-out fight. CW marches forward to shut down the redemption. Wait for Calvin without a guy. Finds the retry. AP.BREN scrambling. Dance! It's found Super Marco. Now CW is looking for an angle onto Ogwen. He's running away. Boots finds a kill. Now it's Pew, who's still going.
CW!
Pew! Mortality bot, Black Shoes.
Dude, CW, man, as long as he survives, there's space for ONIC. Right now, they got the Lord. The minions have spawned. ONIC can push right now. But look at the positioning here, Sans, CW, they're in the face of AP.BREN.
Sans is preventing Few from laying down the glooms so that there will be no defense. Sans with the place, the aggression, turning things around.
We can hear now the chant coming in from ONIC. Ogwen.
Sans looking
Slow.
for a shot. Kairi jumping in CW. This might be the end for this game. Ogwen running away. ONIC have found a miracle.
Actually win against the Thams in the laning stage.
The golden road for this year's for the Sky Kings.
5 seconds till the
The
enemy
dream is still
reaches the
alive for them to complete it,
Snatch them.
but they gotta take down AP.BREN. That is again in match point, where we're going into game number 6
Welcome
to
to
see
Noble
whether it will end here or it will go all 7 games.
At the start of the game, it's Kairi who has a significant advantage on the Guinevere. This is the reason it's so heavily prioed in the draft. Flapteasy and Ogwen, though, very aggressive start of the game. Actually clears it out very well. Kairi has already rotated. This might be a miscalculation. Sans as well is here. Flicker out from Ogwen. Flapteasy holding on to that orange buff. But in the end, will disengage.
Yep. Interesting idea, because we know that the Phobius will not win against the Thams, but he gets level 2 now, so it's gonna quite an even matchup. And the reason why that happened is because Keyboy did the anti-glue treatment in M4. If you remember, they used the Grok to block the minions twice, so that the minions will be in favor of Boots. And that was a genius move coming out from ONIC. That's why they drafted this Grok earlier on.
We gotta talk about Super Marco again. Now using the Master Assassin, where before this, he was a tenacity, but Kairi.
He's trying to go for the invade. Spatial migration, retribution secures the invade steal over to the gold buff now. It seems like he should be able to find this for free unless, nope, Kairi takes it.
Yeah, looks like Flapteasy still again wants to go for that Corrosion Scythe early and maybe try to bully out Boots, because the Vovia is strong, but if the Vovias can't do much in lane, then it's not going to be that big of a problem. Kairi again, always getting pressured by AP.BREN. AP.BREN has a thing for Kairi.
Yeah. They know.
I mean, he is cute, but you know.
Even the fans in the building, CW versus Super Marco 1v1 battle. Oh my goodness. Marco able to escape, regen pop by CW. Does this mean Marco has already used it? Oh, a dive attempt! CW needs one, Super Marco gets away. My God, every little fight.
Woo.
I feel like after this game, they're going to be best friends, man.
They are.
I mean, like, that
Or
kind of...
maybe not, you know, I mean, like...
I mean, dude, you bonded over a best of 7 like that?
That's true.
You gain respect, man.
They have an even better or more special connection for sure.
Flapteezy jumping forward. Violet Requiem locking few down. That's a lot of damage. Black Shoes as well with a heavy spin. Flapteezy secures it. The heavy spin knocks Keyboy out of the frame. Demonic Force though. Now on the Flapteezy. One more shot should do it. First blood secured by ONIC. Keyboy still onto Ogun, who still has the Vengeance, but he gets knocked up. Final slash into the Vengeance. Into Kairi. One shot, but he's still able to survive. Ogun turned around now. Still brought back to the team by the Stampede, and it's AP.BREN who win in a prolonged team fight.
I mean, that was a very prolonged team fight. I kind of feel like ONIC really wanted that kill because, again, he was right in front of them. Who wouldn't want it? But AP.BREN was able to buy enough time for the rest of the team to respond.
Exactly. But the thing is, ONIC will manage to go for double lanes this time. That this is the effect of CW winning some of the early stages of the match, of this laning stage, allowed him to get even more gold for his team. And this is the main win condition of ONIC. Stat pad this Claude, give all of the things to CW and let him carry the game later on.
Looks like the first item coming in from Lilia is going to be the Enchanted Talisman, going to help out quite a lot during that turtle fight. Well, CW as well as Super Marco, they're really going at it.
Blazing Duet in the bottom lane. Super Marco going to be chunked down. He did get the gold buff, however, and ONIC now tried to look for an angle to attack this bottom side of the map. Meanwhile, Spatial Migration into the Requiem finds a kill in the mid lane onto Few. Without the Purify, he was a sitting duck.
Going at able to force the final slash or the Purify onto CW. But that was a great pinch coming out from ONIC. They have found a reaction coming from AP.BREN because there was a massive push in the bottom lane, so naturally you want to defend that, but they cut it off.
Right now, Kalkizi has level advantage onto Kairi. So, for me, it just signals that the invasion onto Kairi was definitely worth it. Because Kairi is... I don't know. This is Kairi, man. Even with a level disadvantage, I feel like he can still secure the turtles.
Final slash, though, on the Suns. Might force a flicker out with Flapteezy jumping in, but he actually instead goes for the nether realm. Brought back! Suns taken out. The flicker was 1 second off. Spatial Migration, though. Locking him down. The turret gets the kill back, and it's a 1-for-1. Now it's Boots, who's rotated over. Demonic Force already used earlier, so now it's going to be resetted. It's going to be on cooldown.
Yep. Nice reset coming out from Keyboy.
Power Nation, wild charge, Blazing Duet! Getting him down. Keyboy gets the kill. CW goes for another wave push in the mid lane with Sans respawning. Kairi holding the turtle down.
Yeah, right now the turtle has been started. Sans is there. Ogwen
Chewe
sees it, but looks like Kalkizi is going...
Yep.
I don't know.
Heavy spin. Still has it.
No Demonic Force, Spatial Migration, Violet Requiem, Retribution, Kyle! Teasy finds it, and even a pin onto Kairi, and AP.BREN come alive once again. That lead going back and forth.
Absolutely. AP.BREN taking advantage of what they have. They have the heavy spin versus the Guinevere. And Keyboy getting chunked down. Oh my goodness.
What was that kill?
That was Flapteezy.
The fadeaway.
And what he does is, I think there's one thing that I really want to comment about Flapteezy, a very smart move that he made. After he was able to take out the Nether Realm, there's a suppression, right? So he threw his sight, waited for Sans to be not invulnerable anymore, then swings him back with the sights, then gets the kill. And he does it, almost does it again against Keyboy, taking full use of the sights.
We gotta look at the goal lead though, because even though AP.BREN has the goal lead, but CW has the goal lead. Oh, before that, Sans getting jumped down. Looks like Ogwen understanding that Sans is not in a good position. He wants to force it and forcing on CW.
Purify now brought back to Ogwen. The Vengeance is going to be reset, and he goes back to the Malmere image, and he pops in that Blazing Duet, but Flapteezy is there to punish. Keyboy, wild charge defensively, and AP.BREN take the lead.
Significant lead, as they will be able to take out the turret up top. They get a kill onto CW, who we have been commending to be able to farm out the early stages of the game, but now it's stopped. And AP.BREN have the absolute lead in the first 6 minutes of game number 6.
Oh, Flapteezy. Looks like he is not the one getting caught here. He aggresses even though Kairi was the one initiated.
Yeah, even Keyboy now opens it up. Super Marco getting the turret in the bottom lane. Ogwen poking Keyboy down, doing a good amount of damage.
But right now, AP.BREN, they're moving as a unit. Boots is moving around Sans to make sure that Sans is actually able to survive, actually able to farm
Look
up.
at Marco.
Super Marco is just pushing.
He's alone in the bottom lane. It's a 4v5 for ONIC, but they're not actually going in just yet. They go for it. Spatial Migration, Battle Requiem, locking Ogwin down. That should be a kill. Kairi picks it up. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, Tier 2 should be taken down by Super Marco. Few. So able to pop the Glooms in. Demonic Force. Zoning Flapteezy away. Keyboy break taken very low. Kalteezy with a good pin down. But the Demonic Force is still on him. Few. Black Shoes back away. That's Sans flickering forward. Kairi finds the turtle. Meanwhile, Sans will fall. Flapteezy outplays him under the Tier 1.
I mean, he was greedy, man. Like, he really wanted it. And the thing is, he paid for it. Right now, ONIC, even though they won that tournament again. I don't know, man. I feel like losing that Tier 2 is going to hurt ONIC
100%.
in the long run.
100%. The only good thing that might have came out from that is the fact that they pushed the mid lane. And the fact that they pushed the mid lane means that they have access to better access to the mid lane. And obviously, somebody just can take care of this long lane anyways. That's the only good thing that came out of that. And of course, the goal that they had afterwards. And look at
This is interesting.
CW.
J-Way.
Actually,
Wow.
I'm looking at Boots because usually you see the Clock of Destiny, but he went for the Lightning Truncheon.
Yeah. Yep. I think I like this build better. Dominance Ice Rush into the Lightning Truncheon. As the Phobius, you're not that required to actually output the damage anyways. You have the Claude for that, and you have Sans to dive with you. You badly need the Dominance Ice because you're the one to be in the front lines. And AP.BREN, with the fact that they have both Ogwin as well as Flapteezy, good sustained heroes, somebody has to really man the front lines and then take over with the Dominance Ice.
I'm very interested to see the Lightning Truncheon on the Phobius. But before that, Kalteezy finds Kairi. It looks like they want him.
Heavy spin, but the Valor Requiem cancels it out. Sans gonna be pinned down to the wall. Final slash used up another round. Gets Kairi forward. Keyboy finds a wild charge of Few. Gets Kairi down. CW able to fight. Bench is still gonna be popped in by Flapteezy as Boots jumps into the back line. Demonic Force from Boots. Crossbow tang though from Super Marco. Sans Ghostbusters in. Super Marco is down. Ogwin jumping in. Another one from Boots. Flapteezy, one last member standing, and Ghostbusters to shut him down.
ONIC won a big W there. They got a wipeout.
An alpha of AP.BREN finding a good jump onto ONIC, almost taking out Kairi. Sans' ultimate was just pixel perfect.
Oh, Sans.
They're blitzing it here.
They're blitzing it, Kairi's already here.
Kyle's bot, they are giving it away. They're giving it up. ONIC have taken the first Lord of the game.
Look at the live coming in from Indonesia. They're excited, man. Right now, ONIC having the lead here. But again, AP.BREN, they have showed time and time again, they can fish out that mistake coming in from ONIC, and we've seen quite a few times. But Boots, let's talk about Boots. 2-0-5 here, Wolf.
Yes. Was the last one to get into the fight around the Lord area. But his timing was perfect because now he is able to force out Super Marco. And big shout outs to Keeper with the flicker play, or the wall charge play, in fact, in the previous fight. That is what allowed ONIC to win that fight afterwards.
Right now looking at the items as well, even though the big goal difference coming in from the Claude as well as the 1-1, but I feel like Super Marco can still dish out the damage. For Sans here, he's zoning everyone out. He's just like, I'm a Faramis, choo-choo, I'm gonna hit you.
Choo-choo. Is that what Faramis...
Yeah.
Is the noise and sound? Okay.
Choo-choo.
I believe you.
I play Faramis a lot, man.
I believe you.
Faramis, the train engine.
Doesn't have the right ring, but you know what? We'll work on it.
The most important item for Boots gets the Winter Truncheon. Able to tank damage coming out Super Marco. Definitely going to be able to dive that. And now that's a massive problem.
Spatial Migration onto Flap. Final slash, bringing Kairi back, but Flapteezy is still going to be isolated. Kairi taken down. Another round played, but the wild charge still connects. Demonic Force in the midst of it all. Kalteezy now with a heavy spin. That's still Flapteezy falling down. Boots in the midst of it all again. Now with a Winter Truncheon, he buys it in time. Another Demonic Force onto the Marco. Boots finds it. CW marches forward. Finds a triple kill.
Oh,
What? Keyboy?
Keyboy, the one to tag that, but I think that this is sacrifice to take the Lord, and nice touch from CW again.
Boots falls as well, the sacrifice necessary. Sans and CW bringing it back. The damage coming through. CW with nature. Ogwin, vengeance. CW guns him down. It's a wipeout, but Flap has respawned. ONIC need to back away.
Okay, what's going on? CW looks angry, man. He doesn't want to back down. He's using a Claw, but it feels like he's the Thanos. He wants to sit in front. He wants to deal the damage.
Wow.
CW He wants to take his family to Japan, and I think that he's doing everything he can to do it. I cannot. It is indescribable the way that he held his ground and knew exactly who can kill him. And the fact that Boots already took out Super Marco with a wonderful Winter Truncheon play, that allowed CW to be unafraid of fighting under the base of AP.BREN.
Well, konnichiwa minasan. ONIC right now having a 5.6k goal lead. And CW again, 8-1 and 5. Very, very impressive here. It does look like ONIC now they have the mentality is that they want to get everything from AP.BREN in terms of their skills. All of their survivability once is gone, CW is just going to go in and he's going to clean job. Now AP.BREN, they're in a position where CW is a problem, but you can't ignore Boots and you can't ignore Sans. Kairi has not been having a great game, but dude, everyone else around him is moving forward.
Exactly. Even Keyboy with the one charge usages, the way that he's tanking for his team. And then there's Boots. The proper timing all the time. No contest. They're waiting for 13-10.
Yep, there you go. It's not going to spawn this wave. They'll have a bit more time to prep for it. 13-40.
Yep. So now prepping the lane, CW has to be careful because I feel like AP.BREN, that's the goal. It's like, yo,
But I feel like that's...
Flap did it. Ogwe, you got to do it, man. Flap did it.
He did.
You can catch him. You got to find a slash. He's going to be the one that's like, you know, everything's on his shoulders now.
Those gold meteor available for the 1-1.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Final slash. Oh, my God.
Okay, Ogwe. I know what I said, but not like that.
Not like that.
Not like that.
NLT. Not like that.
All right, now the Lord is marching down mid. Kairi's down bot. The top lane is coming in a little bit slower, but the mid as well as the bottom, they're going to crash together.
In sync. Mid lane held down by the barrier. There you go, the three-way push that they built up. Top lane going to be taken down by CW right now, but Baptizi has dealt so much damage. Winter Nature going to be popping in right now, so NetherRealm gets used up. CW has the back away. Baptizi has used the Vengeance while charge. No initiation from ONIC. They'll be happy with a base turret. CW is too low for them to go for anything else.
Great play coming out from Flap, forcing the Vengeance and finding CW, even forcing the Wind of Nature. That's going to be a massive resource that ONIC will not have, but they have to defend for more.
Well, CW is top, but we got to think about Sans. He doesn't have the NetherRealm anymore. Can't ONIC even force it. Oh, Ogwe, that's a big mistake.
Plays in the web from CW right now. The pullback from the Stampede. The demonic force to execute them in the back. Now it's going to be View dealing some damage, but that's a double kill. Oh! Super Marco finds a crossbow tag. Galtaire. That's Keyboy with a wild charge to take us to game.
Welcome to the last game of the M5 World Championship, where either the Golden Road will be completed or the World Tour be completed. We're jumping into the game where this game will determine the World Champions.
Mobile Legends.
There's no other way to see it happen. One last time. Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Give it up for the two teams.
Now, Keyboy as well as Ogwen, man-to-man defense, looking at each other here. Looks like this time AP.BREN is opting not to go aggressive into the jungle. Kairi, for once, will have an easier time farming up to level 4.
CW opted to go for the Purify, knowing that he can be gone upon by Ogwen. And obviously, Flaptizi can go for the Flicker plays, we know. That can eliminate the Goldaner easily. So Wind of Nature might be rushed here by CW. Maybe his third item, or maybe fourth.
Okay, some damage placed down. Quick Sand Guard gets him a bit more HP. Kairi already looking for an invade. But Kaltiz is able to clear it out. Just a big one though. Kairi looking for a little small one. Retrieves it, gets level 4, and pokes Kaltiz, getting Boots a bit more prio in the bottom lane.
And again, we got to look at how Sans and Keyboy, I got to say this duo has been doing well for ONIC, but the same can be said for Few as well as Ogwen. I do feel like with the composition that they both have, the mid duo is going to be a very big impact in this game.
Speaking of the mid duo here for Keyboy as well as Sans, it's a tricky duo because you clear the waves fast, but you don't necessarily stay in that lane. It's going to be up to ONIC on how they utilize this, Keyboy, Kadira. And at the same time, AP.BREN, they don't have the best heroes to kind of check the bushes. Maybe Kaltizi could be there, but of course Few can save his teammates, but they're not built for this Kadita.
View able to pull them in, but not that much damage. Both Sans as well as Boost just won that level 4. Kyle TZ already leashing the turtle in a position where he can cancel at any moment. Kairi thinks about it. Both Boost as well as Sans now level 4.
Doing the same thing. Kairi with the shield unity into the back right now. Able to connect it onto Ogwen, who has the Earth Shatter. And now the onward. Towards the boy Sans. Flapteezy finds him. The real world revelation is popped in. First blood secured by Flapteezy. Another round coming down as Boost deals some damage. Retribution battle still for Kairi, but Few finds it. And that's going to be a skill from Keyboy. Ogwen with the Primal Wrath. The Praisers Wrath. Ogwen gets the kill onto Keyboy. And ONIC lose out in the first turtle fight.
Oh yeah, definitely AP.BREN won the turtle, won the fight.
This is the usual story of this best of 7. Look at AP.BREN to win the early.
It's the early game for AP.BREN all the time. They're the masters of the early game that we saw all throughout this M5. Every time that they win, they destroy their enemies in the early stages. And you gotta say, FlapTG started the charge once again, going in for the flicker play. In fact, they have both Sans. Sans forced to use the flicker and the real-world manipulation to try to keep himself alive. But in the end, during the turtle fight, he was a non-factor. And it's all thanks to FlapTG.
Yep, now looking at the item builds here, the Claude has to delay a little bit just because he has to build a little bit of defense, but Boots getting attacked here.
Look at that burst. My goodness. The Ghost Bursters as well. Boots defensive penalty zone. Calteezy dives. Flicker out. Real world manipulation. Popped down by Sans. Ogwen just posturing, zoning Boots away. Meanwhile,
looks like CW just wants to farm up safely here. And again, ONIC, they have to find a way to slow down the game while AP.BREN has to figure out how to get these objectives because they've been getting the kills. They got the turtle. The faster they can get the outer turrets, the more space they're going to deny from Keyboy.
However, Few with 2 assists and a lot of lane prile. Able to get to level 6. It's actually almost a level ahead of Suns. Gonna be waiting for that. That's a massive lead that AP.BREN has. More resources, more EXP means that in the early stages of the game, yeah, surely they have the advantage and they can team fight. And eventually, they will activate Super Marco. Fortunately for ONIC, the turtle is onto the bottom lane where Super Marco is not at. It means that they might not suffer from the Brody, but at all the same, ONIC, they don't have the best tools to go up against AP.BREN anyways.
Yep, and now we're looking at a turtle. Kyle TZ initiated. Kairi finds Flap. The Flap just wants to wait a little bit of time. He sees Suns.
puts him down. There's a good amount of damage. Calteezy as well there. Both junglers at level 7. Flap on the turtle. No quick sand guard this time round. Kairi picks up the gold buff. Meanwhile, up top, there's also a little bit of a gank. Ogwen gonna be caught. Taken down. Kairi versus Flap versus Kyle, and it's Flap who takes it. Kairi brought back to the team in the Shadow Stampede. The real world manipulation, not enough to take it down. Kairi with the juke.
Whoa!
And that is a trade. 1 kill up top for a turtle for AP.BREN.
Kairi is one of the only junglers that can play a utility hero like an assassin.
How the hell did he thread the needle? He gets out and into safety. Unfortunately, still missed the retribution. So, still massive coming out from AP.BREN. Almost a free turtle, if you think about it, because they didn't lose anything. At the same time, ONIC had to just back down after all their investments that they did.
Few in the mid lane, very low, Netherrealm. Popped in, Kairi brought back to the team and onward. They're shattered, connecting as well. Game high! With a rough wave! Ogwen falling, Few as well! Now it's Kyle! With an Appraiser's Wrath! Key! Boy! Finds the oddity! Another one onto Marco! Sort of but Sans picks him up!
This is why I say, man, Super Marco, as well as CW, they're developing a relationship. Super Marco came in and was like, I want to go down, but you're going to come with me.
And that's a positive trait, obviously, for ONIC, as they switch back toward their side. They give two assists to CW, 1 kill after that. Eventually, he died, but that's all good for a Claude who's looking for farm in this early stage of the game. Most importantly, they have punished Kyle TZ, and ONIC have recovered. It's going to be good for the Indonesian squad.
Hey, I just want to say, man, this time they're picking up the pace. Both teams are fighting, I would say, in a faster tempo here.
Yes.
Both teams are finding the mistakes, and this is what happens in the best of 7. Keyboy, I got to say, very good counter-engage. Coming in from AP.BREN is like AP.BREN, it strikes, but then Keyboy is just like, I'm just waiting for you guys to clump up.
And look at
I
his
want to deal
position.
maximum damage.
Look at his position right now. He's trying to pin down Super Marco without the flicker. Does have the petrify. Super Marco not feeling so confident, walking towards that bush, and that's a smart decision on his part.
I mean, at this point, he doesn't want to get wet, man. Like, he smells something, and he's like, I'm smelling a fish.
Kairi smelling an engage. Flapteezy jumps forward to petrify. He knocks Flapteezy out, but he's still able to get out in time. The quick sand card buys him a little bit more time. CW able to bap away with a battle mirror image, but he did just bait out a raging sandstorm and a quick sand guard.
That's good enough because Sans can pop the ultimate this time.
No petrify this time though for Keyboy. CW no blazing to it. Flapteezy jumping forward on the Sans. Doing a bit more damage. CW trying to turn it around. Earthshatter. Ogwen compromised.
Oh, look at the turtle.
Out turtle. Kaltizi finds it. A beautiful retribution. A beautiful macro play by AP.BREN.
Looks like ONIC, they just want to get some kills. They don't really want to contest with the turtle because we saw that they are basically avoiding the turtle. They just want to go in. They want to get Super Marco down. Speaking of Super Marco, looks like Keyboy has to use the rough ways to escape.
We see AP.BREN pushing the envelope up top.
Blazing Duet on the Super Marco. Still able to disengage for now. Puts in the stacks to zone TW away. Does the same to Kairi, and Boots is waiting in that bush. Flapteezy needs to back off. And ONIC and AP.BREN, both these teams.
Look at Kaltizi. He's taking advantage of this chaos. He's like, hey, if you guys want to go up top, I'm going to go to your purple buff.
It's a massive win. The retribution, he steals it. AP.BREN are making micro moves that eventually pile up. And now it's great macro from AP.BREN. They have regained the lead because of the small things that they have done. And they are doing it cleanly.
Oh yeah, very clean. Right now, ONIC, it looks like they're being more responsive than being proactive. Whatever AP.BREN is doing, they want to counter it for better or for worse. And AP.BREN, I kind of feel like they're starting to understand the mentality coming in from ONIC. So if you guys are waiting for us to make a move, well, we're going to give you the sleight of hand. We're going to show you the left side while we take something from the right.
Proteus up top. That means ONIC might go for the push here. But Flapteezy ever so on point with the defense. And AP.BREN are just denying everything away from ONIC. ONIC just can't catch a break.
Look at the position from ONIC. Everyone is on one side of the map.
Sans now engaged on right now.
No
not
flicker.
able to pop anything in time. And falls. Keyboy in the midst of it all. Petrify. Rough waves. Taunted up. Cancelled out.
What a
Too
cancel.
bad. Kaltizi shuts Keyboy down. A turn of memory onto Kairi, who pops in that Tortoise's Poissons. And AP.BREN now with a significant advantage in the mid-game.
The mental distress, man, is getting to ONIC.
That's right.
Sans now making mistakes.
And the problem there for Sans as well as Keyboy is that they're not tanky heroes. They're eliminated easily. They didn't have their flickers. And the thing is, the Lord was already respawning during that time, so every single move that ONIC did in that fight is a mistake. And AP.BREN punishes with the Lord take.
Right now, AP.BREN 3,400 gold lead. ONIC, they have CW on this Claude. It's possible. But AP.BREN, I don't feel like they want to wait that long. They're waiting for that point where ONIC will concede a team fight. And then they might try to push to end.
Stampede, Kairi with the flank. A weird angle, an off angle to catch AP.BREN off. The Purify going to be used up by few. CW claims the orange buff. Keyboy gets out of the taunt. Lord spawning back in the land of Dawn, this time on AP.BREN's side of the map.
It'll be the defense for ONIC. Fortunately for them, they have all the tools to defend. They have an Eve. And this is something that they can use to bridge the early game to the mid game. At this time, ONIC needs to go full anti-disaster protocol now. They need to just regain their part of the map at least. And they can use the Eve for that one.
Super Marco able to get the turret up top. Kairi so far is taking the opportunity of AP.BREN setting everything up for him to farm for himself because he understands that he needs to get as tanky as possible.
Hold up, that turret, ooh, still kept alive by ONIC. Now looking at the mid lane, tier 1, Boots holding it down, but the turret should fall. Tier 1 over to AP.BREN.
You see that move coming out from Kaltizi, zoning out the members of ONIC by just literally walking down, and AP.BREN are taking an easy turret in the middle. Further increasing their lead to 4K, and of course they're gonna get another turret. Now ONIC, their base falls.
This is not looking good for ONIC. You can hear the cheers coming in. AP.BREN has the energy coming in from the crowd. Boots goes in, Kairi as well.
Does the same, now taunted up. Brought back to the team. Turtles and Boysan's gonna be used up. Calteezy has the Appraiser's Rat, gets chunked down. Penalty down by Boots. Flapteezy, raises hands to the back. Keyboy looking for a flag right now. Goes in, but doesn't find anyone. Rough waves. Only onto one. Boots brought back once again. Ogwen, conceal, Earth Shatter to lock Boots down. Kyle doing the same thing. Keyboy with the oddity. Calteezy with the knock-up. Ogwen with the follow-up. And that's the Earth Shatter to lock ONIC down.
ONIC, they made a move. That was a brave engage. Everything went right, but the damage was not enough.
Mid lane base turret at risk of getting taken down. One more shot. Two base turrets. 10 seconds on the clock for Keyboy. 6 for Boots.
Admirable coming out from ONIC to go for the play. Because Boots landed a beautiful penalty zone, but they didn't have the damage. And Sans was sitting back. In fact, CW was babysitting Sans during that time because he knows that the Khalid will eventually jump and they needed to punish. What that meant is that after the jump coming out from Boots, there wasn't any follow-up damage. Even the real-world manipulation is not enough because the Nether Realm is available. So ONIC tried to go for the play, didn't have the items to back it up, and unfortunately lost so much because of that gamble.
AP.BREN now doing the Lord as Kairi.
1 against 3.
Oh no!
Brought back and taken down. ONIC on the brink. And AP.BREN capitalized. Now onto Boots. DPZ. Keyboy with the oddity. With the rough waves. The Netherrealm saves him. CW with a purify. AP.BREN are running ONIC down. Keyboy gets another sound blows. Super Marco has slain the mid lane.
But there's no defense. Sans is down for 30 seconds. There's a fat minion of waves in the bottom lane. And they have the Brody.
Mid lane gonna be cleared up right now by Boots. He's still holding on to the bottom wave.
The
Gonna
base!
clear it out as well.
They're gonna end
looking
this.
for the base. They're looking for the base. AP.BREN, the Sky Kings have been taken down. The Golden Road to Dam. Bren Lang Malakas.
The host country has never won a World Series. Look to the stage. They kept the trophy here. They continued the